Out. Let me just reverse a bit and say good morning to the listeners of Vibes. Welcome to the program.
If I stay within my setting as a public officer, as the public relations officer, and I stay just within the office space and do not go out to the public, how will we understand what is happening on the ground?
Still delivering.
We've done a lot, not just in terms of the general infrastructure, but homes, support to farmers, support to fishermen, etc. And as time goes by, more support will be given to Caribou and Timaki.
It's Speak Out Unfiltered. Built back, even better to last.
Let us all strive to build a better country by putting aside our petty grievances and move forward with dignity, being proud of working hard and working together.
Anything that we're doing now, it's futuristic thinking. It's not for the now.
Education is the key in a country's development. That's it. If its people are not developed,
Even though go that far, no? Just remember knowledge is power. When you know, you know.
that's it.
It's Speak Out Unfiltered. We have to have you on Vibes 101.3 and 106.3 FM every Thursday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Do you feel the vibes? Go in. Go in.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and guests and not the views of this radio station.
And this is where I take the time and say good morning to you again right here on Vibes FM. Welcome to the program Speak Out Unfiltered for today, Thursday, the 9th day of July. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to the listeners in the trial and state of Peter Matney, Carriacou, and Grenada. Good morning. And those of you on the internet, good morning to you as well. On Facebook, good morning. On YouTube, good morning. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines, good morning to you as well. It's always a pleasure being here on a Thursday morning to do your program, Speak Out Unfiltered, for today. And as always, interactive, informative, and entertaining as well. We give you a chance to be part of the exercise where you can call and air your concerns. What's happening in your area is no problem at all. It's all right with us. It's all right with you. It's all right with all of us. So let me just go right over to the co-host of the program this morning. As always, been with me, Coy. Good morning to you. How are you? Good morning.
Well, I'm good. I like that introduction you gave there. If it's good with you, it's good with me, and it's good with us.
That's it.
Yes. Well, it's always good, and I do agree with you. It's always nice to to meet and greet and to connect and to exchange ideas and to, we can all learn from each other. We should never ever think that we know everything and that nobody is worthy, as it were, to teach us. We all can learn. We all can learn from each other, and I believe that as a society, as we continue to build this society, we should learn to communicate with each other, talk to each other. And I would always say that we would always have differences of opinion, that nobody would believe the same, everything in the same way. But I think when we learn to engage with each other, like what this program is doing, help us to speak out, help us to share our ideas, our thoughts. I think we can, in doing so, we can build a strong community, a strong society. And of course, at the end of the day, we ourselves are going to be a better all for it. Yeah?
Well, definitely, and speaking about speaking out, sometimes people have things that they want to speak about, but they sometimes a little bit sort of like reluctant in doing so. Yeah, because sometimes they get some negative vibes, from people, who they expect to hear from, and sometimes it deter them from sharing their opinion and views.
Yeah, and I think Speak Out really gives the opportunity to share your views, because we all, as I said, we all can learn from each other, and the whole idea of growing together help. That thing that song, not thing, but that song you always play, Kakabawi for Kakabawi. Yeah, we all have one. We are part of each other, and I'm saying that we should learn from each other, and I think this is an opportunity for us to do so.
But over the years, though, as you just mentioned, the Kakabawi for Kakabawi, it seems as though that we have been moving away from that trend somewhat. We seem to be getting very selfish now, rather than one for all for one, uniting and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We seem to be adapting to the changes of the times. I mean, it's no longer that we look out for each other, friends, our neighbors, our friends, our families, and so on. It's about we just like to be on our own, doing our own thing, and just reasoning in our own way. Don't willing to take correction. I mean, in this life, we all have to take corrections in some way or the other. Continue to stick with each other, one for all and one and all for one.
But I'm just wondering, what has really changed in our communities,
Our exposure to what is on what I would say, international influence. Yeah. So when we didn't have access to all these things, TV and all internet and so on and so forth, I ain't saying these are bad, but I'm just saying the influence they have on us cause us to not to see our brother as our brother, not to see our sister as our sister, see them as competitive. I don't know why. We should not be competing with each other. We should be trying to help each other. And it's about though we have been influenced by outside influence, I would say.
Because the old people, growing up, and that's what they teach us, that we should all, one for all, we should all assist one another, whatever way you can, help a brother if he's fallen down.
Yeah.
And we seem to have moved away from these practices for quite a while now.
But we move away from it, but we don't just don't do it. But instead of helping each other,
We're
we
trying to push them down.
push them down. The further down they can go, the happier we're gonna be. And I think we should really check ourselves and try to understand that we are part of each other, and we are Kakabawi for Kakabawi.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it is something that we adopt here. We learn here in Carriacou because of our connection with our seniors,
Yeah.
our parents and grandparents. I know, Kim, as I mentioned the word grandparents, I think we had more genuine grandparents in our time. In a sense, what I mean by that is that grandparents played a greater role in our lives, a greater part in our lives. I mean, we don't see them as old, my grandmother, my grandfather, your grandmother, your grandfather. We don't see them as just being disagreeable and old. No, but now,
What do you see?
The issue of grandparents is no longer.
Well, the word is there, but the practice and what used to go on when we were growing up, you look forward to the elders, especially your grandmother, your grandfather.
Yes.
They were like a guiding star. They were like someone you could take advice from. You could, really appreciate,
Yeah.
And I remember loving to go whenever my mother would say to me, "Go by your grandmother, go by my grandfather." What? It was like a lotto.
I could imagine. Yeah,
you take up full speed.
Yeah. But so we have to understand that even our grandparents, they too had parents and they too had grandparents. So it came down over the years. And I asked myself the question: when we become grandparents? Of course, I'm already a grandfather. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When would we be able to pass it on the same way that our grandparents pass it on to us? So
I believe one of the things that's happening, we've been too separated and too far from one another, because in those days too, we were closely netted in the community, so it was easy to access, and the only way of really communicating really was visiting, and we don't have that anymore now, because of the gadgets, the telephones, the whatever we have, means of communicating with one another. We sort of like forget about them and deal with our peers. We stick around ourselves, and we forget the elder ones, but it's so important, to remember those things.
Yeah, I mean, and not just talk about it, we have to practice it. And I think that's the clarion call for our generation and for this and for our times. Let's not just talk about things, but let's literally connect with each other, because as I said, we can learn, and we can learn from each other. Everybody could teach us something. So let's hold on to that vibes and just help.
But it's going to be difficult doing that now, because of the way the world has changed, so much. Whereby when we used to in a community, especially like you have the elders, and we used to take advice from them, and we were disciplined by them, whether or not you were related or not related.
Elders,
the elders meant a lot. You could walk past without saying good morning.
Yeah.
And if you didn't say good morning, well, you're in trouble. You have to go back and apologize, and maybe you get a beating for that as well too. So all these things, we have moved away from those practices, and I believe that's why we are in this situation now. We're basically on our own by ourselves and in another world, and you can't find this kind of a unity, us coming together anymore. We've lost that, and I don't know if it's going to really get back. I doubt.
It should,
No.
Because if we are to correct the system as it is, and to understand that we are part of each other, we have to correct it. I mean, it may not be the same way in which we would have done it. We would have experienced it, but we have to make that effort. Put aside our differences, and make that effort and say, listen, yes, we have differences of opinions and ideas, and not all of us like the same thing, but we have to make that commitment and say, listen, we have to stand with each other, despite whatever the circumstances might be. Stand and support, encourage each other.
Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open up the telephone lines 403-0101, 403-0101, 443-0101, and 458-1914, 458-1914. You can call if you want to interact with us. And we have quite a number of things on our program this morning, but as you go through the rest of the day, we're going into the different topics as we plan on doing. But just want to make a quick mention that we officially into the hurricane season, Koi, and they realized that it's been quiet so far. Keep our fingers crossed, But the rain that we're really expecting for the planting season has not arrived,
Yeah, the rain. You didn't feel it?
Well, it's
The rain is here now.
The rain. We get a little showers. I call it showers of blessing.
Showers of blessing, right?
But that's basically what it is.
But
we ain't getting
we're getting
the real thing. The real thing. Let me take a call before we continue. Vibes FM, caller, you live. Caller, come in. Caller.
Good morning, Kim, and good morning to you, Mr. Coy, and
Good
to the
morning.
listeners of Vibes 101.3 FM. It's Deanna Isaac, Public Relations Officer, Ministry of CARICOM, Ethnic Affairs, and Local Government.
Okay, all right. Well, I know you always have a lot of information you want to share with us, keeping us updated as to what's happening in our communities, and we take this opportunity to welcome you one more time. Good morning, and go right ahead with your presentation this morning.
Thank you so much for another opportunity to update the public as to all that is happening within the Ministry of CARICOM and Ethnic Affairs and Local Government. This morning, Kim, I would like to start off in the area of healthcare. We have some major milestone and new services that are now available for the people of CARICOM and PT Martinique. And the big news for healthcare on the islands of CARICOM, PT Martinique is that we have officially appointed Nurse Ended McLaurin as our new family nurse practitioner. It is important to note that this crucial post has been vacant for over 10 years since the retirement of Nurse Gemma Lambert. So we now have a family nurse practitioner on CARICOM and PT Martinique after 10 years. And some people may ask, what is a family nurse practitioner? And that is someone who provides vital care for persons that have chronic conditions, mainly assisting persons that are managing diabetes, hypertension, and obesity issues. So Nurse McLaurin will be out in the communities at our various clinics, and she will not be offering the services alone. She'll be fully supported by our dedicated nutritionist, which is Jennifer Duncan, and they have already started to visit our clinics. So for the month of July, the remaining weeks of July, she will be in the Hillsborough Health Center on July 14th. July 17th, she'll be in PT Martinique. On July 28th, she will be at the Top Hill Senior Citizens Home. And we're not leaving out our senior citizens. So she will be at the Senior Citizen Home, as I said, on July 28th. And then she'll be at the Leicester Medical Station on July 30th. So for persons out there who need her services, they can visit any of these clinics and get the services of our family nurse practitioner after 10 years. And we are happy to report also that we now have physiotherapy services available at the Princess Royal Hospital on a monthly basis. Every last Thursday and Friday, the physiotherapists will be on island to offer that services. But it is important to note that access to that service is only by referral only. So you must get a referral from your medical doctor to get the physiotherapy service that is now available at the Princess Royal Hospital. Kim, we are not leaving out our seniors. The physiotherapists will also be visiting the Top Hill Senior Citizen Home every last Wednesday in the month. So in the area of healthcare, our family nurse practitioner after 10 years has been appointed, and now we have physiotherapy services available at the Princess Royal Hospital on a monthly basis. Now, Kim, we move over to the area of culture, and this is historic for our junior pan players. For the very first time, 9 of our brilliant junior panists will be participating in the Junior Panorama competition in Grenada. This is a major milestone that has been brought to light by the Division of Youth and Culture, within the Ministry of Karakou and Pitimatnik Affairs and Local Government. And we're getting strong support from the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Economy in Grenada. So just yesterday came these young panelists traveled to Grenada alongside their chaperones, who is Chantel Dixon Benjamin and Sean Joseph, and they will be in Grenada practicing with the Comancheros Junior Steel Pan Orchestra for the next 3 weeks so they can participate in the Junior Panorama competition in Grenada for the very first time. If you recall, back in January, the government distributed brand new steel pans right across the Tri-Island state, and they were in Karakou and Pitimatnik. We had a ceremony up in Montreal at the community center, and that was part of the Community Pan Initiative. So today we are seeing the beautiful fruits of that investment. And I'd like to know that the steel pan program was revitalized in Karakou in 2009. There was a lull, but now they are fully back up, and Chantel Dixon Benjamin has been doing a brilliant job training our young panists. So today we have them in Grenada learning to play again, with doing some training with Comancheros in St. Paul. What does that mean for our junior panists? It means that they will get improved steel pan performance techniques. It will also increase their confidence when they are participating in any major cultural competition. And it will also enhance their teamwork, discipline, and commitment. For Karakou and Pitimatnik as the twin parish, it will bring us some benefits because it means they will return with new skills and knowledge that they can share with their fellow young panists. It will also contribute to the strengthening and the development of the island's steel pan program. And it also build a stronger pool of young musicians for Karakou and Pitimatnik at future cultural events and competitions. So that's a major historic milestone in the area of culture. So we have our panists, young panists, 9 of them in Grenada from yesterday afternoon. In the area of youth development, we have our regular summer program ongoing. It's called Camp Flair this year. It is ongoing at Hillsborough Secondary School. They're also out at Paradise Beach and also in Windward and at the stadium. So this year's camp has a fantastic new twist to it. The kids are not just there learning to play or just playing outside. They are also learning highly practical life skills, and that includes swimming, traditional boat building, carpentry, candle making, cooking, and other sporting disciplines. So that is ongoing by the Division of Youth Camp Flair Summer Program. In terms of infrastructure, under the Division of Public Works, we are changing the landscape of Karakou and Pitimatnik if persons are paying attention. For those traveling up on the Osprey and going around, and even persons on Karakou, and for persons in the diaspora, if they are paying attention to the ministry's Facebook page, you'll see the number of projects that are taking place in Karakou. So in terms of infrastructure, we are definitely changing the landscape. You know, we've started the Lauriston Airport Expansion Project. That progress is being made in an incredible way. Gary Joseph Construction Firm is pushing ahead steadily. If you check out again the ministry's Facebook page, you'll see the photo updates. The project is a joint effort between the Ministry of Karakou and Pitimatnik Affairs and the Grenada Airport Authority. Kim, when this is completed, the days of departing passengers just standing outside in the pouring rain or the standard blistering heat will be no more. Because, you know, now we have persons who have to wait outside. If you have 2 persons checking in at SVGA counter, the other passengers have to wait outside. So passenger comfort will be enhanced at the Lauriston Airport on the completion of the Lauriston Airport Expansion Project. Upon completion, as we stated before, the airport will be officially renamed after Karakou's first Prime Minister, the Honorable Hubert Augustus Blaise. And we know this has been talked about for decades, but it's now finally happening under the leadership of our Minister, the Honorable Tevin Andrews. So the Lauriston Airport project progressing very well. In terms of road development highlights, we are seeing the completion of the Botejo Cat Road project. Workers are actually pouring the final feet of concrete and completing the drains as we speak. That road is a massive connector road for persons traveling between the communities of Mount Pleasant, Montreal, and Top Hill into Hillsborough and Bossejou. And that road is finally a proper road after centuries of being a dirt road. Residents in that area, Bossejou area, can finally boast about having proper road infrastructure after many, 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 many years. Over in Point Mount Pleasant, the drain works have finally reached by the Palm Simon area, the Haberlight radio station area, if you know Mount Pleasant, the Point area, and concrete pavement works will continue in the coming weeks and months. So very soon that project will be wrapping up as well. We all have other active road sites as well ongoing. We have the Hermitage Road project, we have the Grand Bay Road project, we have the Boggles Gully Road project, and Mount Desire Road project as well, all under the Division of Public Works. Another major infrastructure project for Carrick and Petit-Martinique that is coming to its final stages is the Windward Jetty project. And as public relations officer, it was really gratifying to visit that project site on Tuesday. The primary structure, I can say, is completed. The team from Ironco Grenada, we want to say hats off to you for the great job you're doing over in Windward. There are still some other works to be done. They have to work on the step and the ramp area. I know the concrete truck was there yesterday doing another pouring, and then we have the outer works to start next week, please God. So if we look back at how that old jetty was, and it was destroyed by Hurricane Beryl, we can consider that project, the Windward Jetty project, as a modern infrastructure project for Carrick and Petit-Martinique and a massive victory for our people, because it is the main connector to Carrick and for Petit-Martinique. So we have all that infrastructure project that will be wrapping up soon, but we want to ensure that the people are kept informed as to what is happening. In terms of Build Back Better housing, we continue to, the housing revolution continues for Carrick and Petit-Martinique. Just yesterday on Petit-Martinique, another Build Back Better home was handed over to resident Randolph Benjamin. And we are keeping the momentum keen. Last week, we had 2 homes delivered in Lauriston, one to Beulah Johnson and Francis Gabriel. The week before that, we were in Lauriston again, delivering to Kathy and Olive and to Imam Kojo of Harvey Vale. So Minister Honorable Tevin Andrews and the Build Back Better team has promised us weekly handovers, and we're keeping to that. We are delivering. So I want to say special thanks again to our local contractors, the hardware stores, the vessels that bring the materials to us to Carrick to ensure that we can continue the rebuilding process, like Kayak Lines, Pixie Shipping, Laser, and so forth. And I want to say thanks to the resilient homeowners who have been working side by side with us to ensure that the housing revolution continues in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, so that we can restore our housing stock. Under social development and youth mentorship, Kim, for anyone that is needing professional confidential counseling, there is now an opportunity for them to meet with the counselor. The counselor has been on island for a few days, but we have one more day for the counselor here. She'll be upstairs, the administrative building. So any person that is needing counseling services, you can go upstairs, the administrative building, to the Division of Social Development, and the arrangement can be made for you to meet with the counselor. In the next weekend, the Division of Social Development will be launching a very critical program for the young boys of Carrick and Petit-Martinique, a very powerful mentorship initiative that is called Man Up. It is being done in collaboration with Windward Aid, and we want to say thank you to Windward Aid. They have been a great partner in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl and still continue to work with us in Carrick and Petit-Martinique. So that Man Up program will be done from July 18th to September 5th, and it will be taking place every Saturday at the Hillsborough Government School. The focus is to build self-confidence in our young boys, teach them positive decision-making, and to develop their core leadership skills. If you want your boy to register as a parent, there is a registration link on the ministry's Facebook page, or you can simply visit the Division of Social Development upstairs, the administrative building. And Under education, I would also like to extend congratulations to all of the students from Carriacou and Petit Martinique who are graduating from TAMCC today, and for those who graduated from NULO yesterday. Kim, these kids are special. I feel a bit emotional because they were the kids that went into NULO and TAMCC from Grenada, having lost their homes, not even certain what was going to happen to their families, but they took that step to continue their tertiary education in Grenada in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. And today, many of them are graduating from TAMCC and some graduated yesterday from NULO. So hats off to them. And the government of Grenada did not leave them alone on their educational journey. The government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Education and some supporting partners, private partners, supported them on this journey so they were able to complete. They got a one-off tuition assistance, and then, the government is also providing free tuition for persons entering TAMCC and NULO. But it did not stop there. They gave them full monthly support so that they were able to take care of their accommodation and whatever their needs were while they were in Grenada. So this is special for us, for Carriacou and Petit Martinique. So today's graduation and yesterday was very, very special for us. So the government did their part, and we want to say congratulations to the students and thank you to the parents as well who supported them on their journey, and we wish them all the best as they continue. And I would like to wrap up today's information session by extending an invitation, an open invitation to every single resident of Carriacou and Petit Martinique to join us next week, Friday, the 17th of July at 3 p.m. at the Bel Air Crossroad. Why? Because we'll be holding the official opening and blessing ceremony for the Bel Air Main Road. While the physical driving surface was completed earlier this year, it is important and vital for us as a community to come together for us to bless and officially celebrate this milestone. Every person on Carriacou and Petit Martinique are invited. Why is the Bel Air Main Road such an important road project for us? If you recall, when the road was done many, many years ago, it basically catered for one vehicle. Now, two vehicles can travel comfortably on that road. Even pedestrians, when they are crossing, they do not have to worry. They have their own sidewalk. So we want to celebrate that major achievement of the Bel Air Main Road, and we're inviting every person in Carriacou and Petit Martinique to celebrate that milestone with us next week, Friday, at 3 p.m. at the Bel Air Crossroad.
All right. Well, you've gone through so much information here with us this morning. We really appreciate it. And I know that a lot has been happening over time in the ministry, and you as the PRO been keeping us updated. And there's much more I know in the very near future that you'll be coming on here to tell us about, But the one that really excites me is the opening of that road that you just mentioned, finally, the Bel Air Road. What an accomplishment. Yes. That is like a showcase. That is like something that everyone is going to really appreciate because of the way it's been done, and what we've been used to in the past is no longer there.
Yes. So, and we want to say to Kim, thank you to the contractors. We had several contractors working on that project with us to make it possible. And we want to say thank you to them, and also to our service providers, all the hardware stores that provided us with the aggregates, the blocks and everything to ensure that road project became a reality. And as you said, I remember when traveling that road, because I'm from the Mount Pleasant community, and sometimes the buses will pass there and they have to pull up on a side to allow the other oncoming vehicle to come through, or even with the ambulance at times. So now that is a thing of the past, because we know that the hospital, our lone hospital, is located in that area. So that road is a major, major achievement for the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And we just did not do the Bel Air Main Road only. We did a bypass road. So when you're coming from the hospital, you do not need to go back to the pond area. You can just travel after you reach at the windmill. You can make a left and continue on to Hillsborough. Mm-hmm. So that's a major accomplishment for us at the ministry
Let me just
through the Division of Public Works.
let me correct you on that. You could just make a right, okay?
All right. It's not,
Yeah.
when you come
Yeah,
down,
coming
we have-
down, coming
it's all
down.
right?
It's
Yes,
all right.
alright.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's
okay.
all right. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for that correction.
Okay,
Yeah.
but quickly, I remember, one time on this program we had an issue, with that Bel Air Road, and which I would never forget, whereby there was a pickup truck coming down, a bus going up. They met at a point where they couldn't pass each other, and through ignorance, they just blocked one another and they sit down, they switch off the engines, and that was it, But what do you think took place? The ambulance was on its way down to go to the airport with a patient, that was going to fly off, and the ambulance couldn't pass. Those things would
Right.
be those incidents would be thing of the past right now. There will be no more inconvenience and this kind of frustration on people having to traverse that in that direction. But it's something else. And I looked at the road too, and every time I just drive on the road, I just say, boy, this is one of our expressway. We got to get a name for it.
Yes, the contractors did a fantastic job, and they were supported by the engineer within the Ministry of Carrick and Pitty at the time. And they even after the engineer retired, they were supported by the other staff within the Division of Public Works to get that project off the ground and to have it what it is today. So we want to encourage all the people of Carrick and Pitty to come and celebrate this milestone with us. And I'd like to say before I go that the recovery process for Carrick and Pitty continues. Your support and your patience are needed for us to move forward. If you're there and you want to join with us, just call us at the ministry and we'll be willing to speak with you on the way forward and what you can give as we look for other support to get the rebuilding process in a better position.
Mhm.
But we are in a good place, Kim, because just this morning I took the opportunity to just look at some of the drone shots that were done by persons and placed on YouTube. And when I look at what happened and what our island faced in the immediate aftermath of Hurricane Beryl and where we are today, we can say that the rebuilding process has been successful and is going to be successful at the end of the day. And I had a drone shot done recently of the Hillsborough playing field. We had a lot of talk about when the playing field was made into a dump site.
Yeah.
And when you look at how beautifully that the Hillsborough playing field has been restored, we must say that we are on a good path in Carriacou. The playing field is now available. We used it a couple months ago for the Masters cricket program because we developed a new tough wicket, and all the other work was done to get the playing field back to what it is today.
Mm-hmm.
And that was done through the Division of Sports, supported by the Ministry of Sports, Grenada.
And pretty soon it's going to be lighted. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Yes, I know that.
There are a number of new projects that will come on stream, but I leave that up to the Minister for Carrick and Pitty to make those pronouncements. But I just want to continue to give the people information as things happen on Carriacou and Pitty.
All right. Okay. Well, you want to say
And in
something?
Pitty we have two road projects ongoing. We have the Kendes Main Road, and we're almost completed with the Madam Pierre Road area. And we do have the Build Back Better project happening on Pitty as we speak.
Yeah, Koi, you want to chip
Yes.
in?
Good morning. Good morning again, Miss Isaac. How are you doing?
I'm not doing so bad, Mr. Coy, and yourself.
Yeah, I'm standing. I just spoke about the Bel Air Road. Wasn't the Bel Air Road started before the hurricane?
Yes, the Bel Air Road started in 2023. And following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, we had some delays. And then we continued a couple months after, because remember, because the Emergency Operating Center is located in Bel Air, we had to open the road to allow traffic to flow because of the emergency situation the island faced. And then we closed it back off and started to the completion and got to the completion.
I asked that question because as I reflect on that, and I remember when the road was under the pressure of Hurricane Beryl, and things had to stop. And I reflected on that, and I look at it now, and I said to myself, that was an experience, because imagine where the hospital is, and we didn't have the adequate access to well, we had access, but of course the point I'm making is that it was difficult. Yeah, but now it's completely opened, accessible, and from where you come from Belvedere, you come from Top Hill,
Yes.
wherever you're coming from, that the work being done there has been, exemplary, and I think it's a very good opportunity for all of Carriacou, not only those in the Bel Air area and surrounding areas, but all should come and celebrate that great achievement. And I want to commend, as you have done, all those who are involved in that project.
Yes, Mr. Coy, and that's why we're extending an open invitation to all on Carriacou and Petit Martinique, not just the residents of Bel Air, to come out and see the great job that was done on that major road project for us. Because it's for us, because the hospital, as I said, the lone hospital is located in that area. And when we have to access it, that's the road we have to use. Basically, if you're not coming from Mount Pleasant or the windward side of the island.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I think you have touched on almost everything that we are interested in this morning. I know you're going to have much more for us as we go through, but I want to take the opportunity to give you the position right now to wrap up,
Yes, Kim, as I wrap up, as I said, we have a number of activities taking place within the different divisions within the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs. For the public, you are open to call any one of the divisions when you need services. Our public assistance program continues to happen every month for the persons who are benefiting under that. Our children assistance program, the Division of Agriculture also have their program continuing. Tomorrow, please God, too, they have a very important consultation at the Mermaid Beach Hotel, which has to do with the validation and the validation exercise to deal with our marine protected areas. So we're asking persons to come out at Mermaid 2. That starts at 10 a.m. and it goes on to 3 p.m. so they can hear the information and to also give their input into that validation workshop. So all in all, the recovery process continues. Your support is necessary. If you're there and you want to just maybe give some 2 windows or so to another of your fellow men to help them in recovery, because the government of Grenada cannot do it alone, but we are pressing on. We are doing the jobs, the job that we are being paid to do, and we want the support of everyone. We want the patience of the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And thank you to you, Kim and Mr. Coy, for always giving us an opportunity to inform the public as to what is happening on Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Your support is vital.
Okay, well, thank you so much again for the information you shared with us this morning, and enjoy the rest of the day, okay?
You too, and thank you once again.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, Coy, what a comprehensive report we had this morning.
Yes,
She really gave us a knack of
and I'm still there. Other things that she could still say. I mean, this is just so many things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wonder what to start to think. Where to begin thinking about the whole process. But yeah, I think it's a very
okay. All right, let me start taking more calls again. 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914. Next caller, WhatsApp caller, you on? Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, Kim, and good morning to you, Coy. Well, Diana, yes, she continues to do a good job in PR. But coming back to your topic, the first discussion you had about Kakabawi no longer is Kakabawi in Carriacou.
Yeah.
I hope that the politicians are paying attention to decisions that they make, the long-term effects of decisions that they make only for a selfish reason that the party should win. They're not looking at how it will affect Grenada overall. I'm saying that to say, when voting was by secret ballot, it was Kakabawi for Kakabawi. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you don't know who your neighbor vote for after election. Everybody gone, everybody together again.
Yeah.
Nobody ain't beating their chests and saying, I vote for this one and you vote. Secret ballot. The person who put that in our, I'm not sure if it's in the Constitution, but it's not a fool, because they know what that can cause. Now look at what has happened over the years. Yeah, over the years. People used to print T-shirts. I have some old T-shirts that I'm not getting rid of in the days when it was not color.
Yeah.
When color didn't matter. People used to print little thing on T-shirt, any kind of T-shirt. But from the day it became colored campaign, the thing spoiled. And it has that bad effect on Grenada. Right? So you on this side of the road is green and that one is yellow. So a green man driving a bus, I'm not going, I yellow, I'm not going in that bus, or I orange, I'm not, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That, I believe, is the long-term negative effect now that it's showing up its ugly head in Grenada.
Carla, as you just mentioned that, you just make me start thinking, that this is what caused the breakdown or the in the Kakabawi for Kakabawi. Those colors,
Amen.
the introduction of the colors, that drove it in. And
yes, it was a bad decision.
Yeah,
it was. And then people say it was a foreign woman that introduced that.
I understand someone from Jamaica or whoever it was. Yeah.
So she was hired. She was hired by a political party.
Yes.
She was not doing it for Grenada, the state of Grenada, the long-term effect of Grenada. Yeah. So people in the past used to go to anybody political party.
Yes. Yeah.
They're going to listen to anybody political party, right? Right up in Karakou, that was Mr. Blaze's seat. It had some Gayites there.
Of course, yeah.
Yes, it had some Gayites in Karakou and Petit Martinique. But now that you're showing up yourself, so it's no longer secret ballot. And I'm wondering if that is not against the law. But you see, when politicians want to win, they have a way of tweaking things to make it look right. Yeah? But this division we are seeing today, I believe, it is my opinion, that it is as a result of that bad decision of exposing your hand in public.
Yeah.
Because election should be by secret ballot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So you see how it changes. We get the election fever, and we common sense gone out the door. Okay? As they say, silly season. So you're doing everything stupid just to make your party win.
Yeah.
And common sense fly out the door. And then after you say, oh God, boy, I shouldn't do that. So now, even parties are seeing now that they were too smart then for their own good. when they saw the whole of Grandance turn yellow.
Yeah.
So there are some decisions that they make that they can't live with for their own sake. No, it's affecting them.
Right. Yeah.
It's affecting. So I'm throwing that out for Grenada. When I speak, I don't speak for political parties. I speak for Grenada, the state of Grenada. Because I know I am not young and I know better days. I know when people voted and you couldn't tell. When after a hurricane, they're giving out things, they're giving everybody. They ain't saying I give in my constituency, which is on this side of the road. We have some constituencies in Grenada that, according to the boundary mark, people on one side of the road and on the next side is a different constituency. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But after a hurricane, they're coming through now. If I giving for my constituency, I not studying the people across the road, that is stupidness. We have to break that. But I don't think we will break it. The old habits die hard. And I will leave that.
Okay.
Old habits die hard. Okay. And I will leave that.
Okay. Caller,
thank you for taking my call.
And thank you for your contribution as well. Spoke a lot, eh?
Yes.
You know, this is where the Kakabawi for Kakabawi.
And some people might wonder what it is we're saying. What there's a history to it. There's a meaning to it. I mean, that's the way life was in those times. And I think the caller just put it in perspective and really is causing us to really think about our actions. You see, your actions, our actions could have significant consequences years to come. So let's think about what we do. Don't just do it out of emotions and out of anything. Let's think before we do it.
Well, that is true, and I think we should learn from our experience as well. Let me take another call. The Vibes FM caller, what landline caller? Caller, you on? Yes, caller. Good morning.
Kim.
Yes.
Kim.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Every morning, man. That what you name again? You keep talking bad about the Prime Minister, and you coming on your show and talk stuff. Hey, Rollo, man. Every morning he on we he's a nutcase, man.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a nutcase. All right.
Okay, thank you so much. 443-0101 again. 443-0101 403-0101. Those are the numbers you can call if you want to interact with us. And 458-1914. 458-1914. A lot of things are happening, and we into stupid season, as you very well know, Koi, and a lot of stupid things taking place. A lot of people behaving stupid, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun to me. I look forward to it. I look forward to them.
So you're saying stupid things can be fun too?
Yeah.
That's depending on how you take it.
Let me take a landline call. What's up, callers? Hold on. Landline caller, come in first. Caller, you on? What's up, caller?
Good morning, brother Kim.
Yes, good morning. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Good morning, brother Call. This is your money, man.
Yes. Good morning, my brother.
Everything good morning, Solio. Which part of the world you there? Whether it's in the Mediterranean, Africa, anywhere you there, I know you're going to tune into Vibe.
Okay.
Best station in the world.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Now, Kim, I know there's so much. I don't want to talk about some of them garbage. The first important thing I want to talk about. If you don't give Kelvin a little hearing this evening, Diary boy, I'm telling you that this morning. When he having the tongue hall, it's Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
I hope even though it's a 5 minutes, we bring it for this nation, and especially the people from Carriacou. Let us give him a little thumbs up. Diary boy, we have to support him. Think of float, let us say he's sailing with a boat. Am I right or wrong, Mr. Coyle?
That's true. Yeah. Once you're on the boat, you're sailing.
Yes.
Sink afloat. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I want to say good morning. I think I told to my NDC people, I think NDC is doing good. We can't bother with the negative. So much negative last night from a particular meeting. They have nothing to say about that call. I didn't really ready to call yet, But that call, I want no call lady and talk about that particular individual. The amount of nasty thing this man saying about our Prime Minister, I just want to know. I know your system is, a principle is don't deny nobody except if they try to go disorderly on your phone. On your radio station. But the amount of things, this and a particular woman, you understand? Digging up Keith Mitchell this morning about the most honorable this and that and most elaborating on it. You understand? And Emlyn Pay. This woman don't like nobody. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
She don't like nobody, and that man don't like nobody. And I want to say to the government and to the ministers, because I know they are listening, don't bother with that. You all own nobody. I blind and cripple on my bed. Some of them blind and they still could walk and go to the toilet and everything. You all owe me no money. If you all give me a $10, yes, I will take it. But you all ain't owe me no money. And that is life. If I say the wrong thing, guide me too,
Yeah, no problem.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
If the government will decide to give a little hands up, that is not a pension. And because of NDC have a good heart, they continue. That had come to an end already. But it's just still everything. This thing is not for long. You see, they want to put ban on citizenship by investment. You see the warning, Grenada, Lucia, Dominican, Antigua, and all of them. You want us to stop that? Well, we go surprised. Where NDC go get the money to do this and do that? Then we stop fighting on NDC. And only want when they have the month up, or they go in and collect the same liquor fee that was give all you. Stop that. Stop fighting on them men and them. But I will come back. But what I want to say, you have a lady who's a diehard NDC. I want to show it to her this morning. Linda, big up yourself. Not the Linda one that one. Very obvious. The Netherlands that she does cook a nice food. She does sell in the bus terminal in St. George's Hey Kim. Best thing.
Yeah, man.
And she's an NDC chef. She have a pot bigger than the CARICOM roundabout. But she could cook as she orders. I will talk to you and come back.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jay. Okay. And remind our listeners again, 4030101. Let me move to another call. Vibes FM caller. What's up, caller? You on? Caller, you on? Caller, yes.
Morning.
Yes, good morning. Yes.
All right. When you answered both of us at the same time, so I muted my device.
Right.
While the man is speaking.
I noticed that.
I am Rondana Henry, the PRO for the NDC St. Andrew Southeast branch. So I'm just using this opportunity to give some information on the schedule of the People's Manifesto consultation meeting that is in progress right now. We have completed week 1 this week. But for the upcoming week, I just want to throw it out to the general public that we will be meeting on July 14th in Subies at the Seafood Saturdays grounds at 6:30 p.m. So I'm encouraging persons, residents of Subies, who are registered under the St. Andrews Southeast constituency, to please join us on Tuesday, July 14th at the Seafood Saturdays grounds at 6:30 p.m. And on Wednesday, July 15th, we will be heading to Post Royal. We will be meeting on the basketball court at Post Royal and at the same time, 6:30 p.m. Marquis, the community of Marquis and Hope, we will be meeting with you together on the same date on July 21st at the Marquis Community Center. That is upstairs, the Marquis Preschool. So July 21st, we will be meeting at Marquis Community Center, Marquis and Hope. July 15th, we'll be meeting at Post Royal at Basketball Court. July 14th, we'll be meeting at Subies at Seafood Saturdays grounds. And all these meetings will be happening at 6:30 p.m. So I want to encourage residents to come out and be part of the People's Manifesto consultation, because they will be getting the opportunity to tell the government what development they would like to see happen in their community. So thank you so much, Mr. Kim and Mr. Coy, for allowing me this time to give all the information to the public.
All right.
Blessings to you. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Speaking about this People's Manifesto, Coy, I'm excited about it, I have my suggestions already,
You write them down already?
I write them down already.
Yes.
And I memorize them in case I can read it.
Yeah, but I don't know, and I would wish and hope that we take this exercise very seriously, because the manifesto, if you go all right now, all parties have a manifesto. Parties have manifesto.
But it's not written by the people.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to get involved in producing manifesto is a great thing, because you are shaping what you like to see. Of course, we can get everything that we want.
Don't tell me you're going to buy me a car.
Yeah.
And I want you to buy me a shoe.
Yeah.
Give me the shoe. Give me what I need.
Yeah.
I like that. Too many calls are backing up. We ask WhatsApp callers, please hold on. The landline callers are first. Landline caller, you come in.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Yes.
Good morning.
To your panelists. And I hope that everything goes right with you. But let me tell Grenadian that when we have a leader that say that NNP take look after its own, what I mean by that? That means they are dividing the people. Because if it's you come here to look after NNP alone, what you expect the others will do? When we have a leader that say to build our economy is telecommunication and offshore banking. That is the only two things that could build our nation. When God gave us the land and everything that is in it, agriculture was the first thing that God provides to take care of his nation. And if a leader say agriculture cannot build a nation, how now they're coming back and say they're going to boost up agriculture to build a nation? So what's going on in our country is stupidness. Because you divide the people so much that you're telling people that run for you. Before, when anybody go for a job by the NNP, the leader telling them, use INDC, we cannot give you work. So what happening in our country? I'm glad what this government come and they're showing themselves. Look how they're calling the people together to help them plan the manifesto. A government that doing that is a government that uniting communities. So let me tell you what's going on. As you all say, stupid season. Since that government come in power, they make people stupid more than they are. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you so much, dear caller, for your contribution. Next caller, WhatsApp caller. You next caller. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Yes.
Good morning, team.
Good morning.
You know, I listened to Emmeline clip yesterday. The same people who refuse potatoes is the same people who talking about agriculture. I mean, help me make that make sense. The same people refuse potatoes in Parliament. I mean, come on. You refuse potatoes, and these things she was talking about promising, you were there for 23 and a half years. What happened to all these years? Why not promising them now? You should have done this in the past 23 and a half years. And sometimes when you sit down and you listen to these people and them, you just have to wonder to yourself. Now she talking about this CID and this whole thing, and she talking about lowering taxes and stuff. But the question they should ask her, Miss Emmeline, how would you get revenue? How would you get money to do these things? Because for a country to run, you must have taxes where you can do things to build schools and roads and homes and stuff. So my question is to Miss Emmeline Pierre, with all respect, how are you going to get the money to do these things? It's like, words jump out of her mouth. She's saying, she yapping. But the question is, how would you get the money to do all these things? She talk about lowering taxes, doing agriculture. These people never like agriculture. And for she to come up and talk about agriculture, I was appalled. I was like, wait a minute. You are the same one who stand in Parliament and you refuse the potatoes. Potatoes, which would be good for Grenadian farmers and for the country. And now you're talking about agriculture, bringing back agriculture, cutting taxes and all those things. You know what? There's a saying, a promise is a comfort to a fool. And I think we Grenadians, we have sense. We reach to a point like, you know what, we don't have we don't have no time for these gimmicks and this kind of playful thing. You have a saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. So it's like we Grenadians, we wake up and we see, you can see through this lady. It's like she's saying one and doing the other. But the question is, Miss Emmeline Pierre, how would you pay for those things? Yes, being in government is a nice thing, but remember, you as a political leader, you hold the money of the country. So my thing to her is, how would you pay for those things? Thank you, Kim, and have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you so much. She just spoke about the potatoes, eh?
Yeah.
Yesterday I saw a photo of a few of them, posing with the locally produced ginger. And somebody was saying, well, you refuse the potatoes, and now you're posing with ginger. They should do the ginger. They should make some tea with it. The ginger beer.
Yes, well, I guess. And well,
I mean, people look for so much crazy things to say. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what did one of the callers said that this is stupid season, so people just taking advantage of the opportunity to just talk stupidness.
Right. Yeah.
You know. But amidst of all of that, there are some sense. There are some positive things. I mean, in whatever. Yeah, we could say anything that we want to say, but there are always positive things, positive and negative.
Yeah. Okay. 443-0101, 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914, 458-1914. If you want to call and join the conversation, you can do so. We have no problem with that at all. Let's try to move to another call. Vibes FM, what's up, caller? Caller, you on? Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, yes.
Yes, I just want to comment on Emlyn Pay last night at that meeting. I'm calling from Toronto.
Okay.
She came back up again with this thing about milk and sugar and saltfish and smoked herring and all of these different things. I hate to say it, but Emlyn is a very deceptive woman, because it's not only in Grenada, it's around the world. Cost of living has changed dramatically. Here in Toronto, if you go to the stores and you look at smoked herring, as West Indians, sometimes you want to buy it, but when you look at the price, you have to say, no, you rather buy chicken because it's expensive. You'll see a package of smoked herring that is probably maybe a pound or let's say a little over a pound, and it's $13. Saltfish, you get a pack of saltfish, and when you see the price, it's 12, 11, 13. Sometimes you may get something below that a little bit. She speak about, and always somebody told me. I met somebody in Telescope, and they told me they can't buy milk because milk is wonderful. My wife and I, we were at Shoppers Drug Mart the other day, looking for Pampers for our grandkid. And when we look at the price of a pack of Pampers, that is like maybe 20 in the pack, and you see it's like $30, we had to look at each other. A couple of years ago, that same pack of Pampers was like 15. So when Emlyn go out there and trying to take what people tells her instead of investigating for herself, as Kim rightly did, call the stores. Now last night, if it wasn't that late, I would have gone to No Frills and another store and compare prices, write it down, because I said I would have done that to come on your show to compare what you're talking about. So Emlyn Pierre remind me of, I don't usually say things like that, but I would say it. Remember when God told Adam and Eve, do not touch this fruit?
Yeah.
Because the day you eat, you shall surely die. And how the serpent deceived them.
Yeah.
I say you shall not, knowing the context in which God said it. Emlyn Pierre is the serpent woman of Grenada. She is very deceptive. And she knows what she's doing, because she knows the vulnerability of the people that she's preying on. Because she look at the highest quality things with the highest cost, and she bring it to the people. I'm sure you know that chicken feet used to be given away.
Yeah.
Here in Toronto.
I remember
turkey.
That. Yeah.
Turkey wings and neck used to be given away.
Yeah. Pig feet, everything. Oh,
everything off sale.
Fish head.
Cow foot, fish head. Now, you know how much a pack for chicken? You know how much a pack for chicken feet?
They're more expensive now than the chicken itself.
Let's say it's maybe 2 pounds in the pack.
Yeah.
You know how much that is? About $16. Chicken feet. Yeah. Chicken feet. So the gizzard and all these things used to be given away. Now those things are how much dollars a pound. So when Emlyn is coming with this foolishness to deceive people, when she know that it is an international crisis, and she's trying to make it a national crisis for Grenada, she's a wicked woman who don't care anything about Grenada, you've heard me many times before, and I've never been that blatant. But Emlyn Pierre is a deceptive woman. They must call Emlyn the serpent woman, because she is exactly what the serpent Satan disguised himself into in the Garden of Eden. This is who Emlyn Pierre is. She's wicked.
Yeah,
She's
but
very wicked.
listen, caller, as you mentioned the prices, you spoke about the saltfish, because everybody knows that I have a supermarket as well, right here in Carriacou. And all saltfish, the saltfish that she spoke about, $20 a pound, in my supermarket is just about $12.95, under $13. And when I listen to that, and the smoker range, she mentioned that too, or $20, whatever the case may be, is just around $12 again. So I was saying to myself, boy, it's when people sometimes want to drive home some negative vibes for whatever reason, personal reasons, it's just amazing the depth they would go to just create false stories. Because if she called the right places, and I don't believe anybody would tell her that, and if she, I want to believe that the stories are just made up, just for a purpose.
Exactly so.
Just making them up. Here we come. Yes,
but
go
just
ahead.
before something, Emlyn here is doing this to really prey on the less educated people, and that's sick. It is sick for her to be doing that. She knows what she's doing. I'm telling you, I know that you're in the States. Sometimes I know you have your business, but people cannot afford to buy saltfish and smoked herring and mackerel. West Indian people who love it. Sometimes we can't afford to buy it, so we would rather buy the fish, or we would rather buy the chicken, because those things are expensive.
It is.
I was in Grenada, as I told you one time before, and when I saw the price of a tin of Milo, not the large one, the smaller one, and when I look at my wife, I say, this thing is cheaper in Grenada than it is in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And there are many things, if you put the equivalent to it, we are paying much more.
Of course. I mean, I know that I lived, listen, caller, I lived that. And I remember, back, in New York when I was there, that things like chicken feet and chicken neck and gizzard and all those things like that, they were just thrown away. So we used to go and collect it,
And collect it.
Yes, at the shops, And even, like I mentioned fish head a while ago, we used to go, to the fish market, sometimes to get the fish head, but we're so embarrassed, sometimes to go and pick up the fish head. So we just pick up a couple slices of fish, spend a couple dollars, and then you ask him, and say, what about his head? What about it? He said, take it. Oh, take it. Okay.
You already know.
That's what we went for.
We did the same. People used to fight over those things here in a place called Jewtown, Chinatown, and people would fight over it. And that's the reason why the people get to realize, well, this thing has value.
Yeah.
And so chicken wings used to be free. Chicken wings is the most expensive part of chicken right now. And so she knows these things. So why bring this kind of propaganda and gimmick to your people that you claim you love so much?
Deceptive. That's what it is.
No, I'm going to end this, but they must start to call her the female serpent in the Garden of Eden. She is wicked.
Caller, thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. 4430101, 4430101, 4030101. Let me take a okay, landline caller. Okay, you can always call us back again on these numbers. We got a lot of callers scheduled and people scheduled for the program this morning right on Vibes FM. So let me try to see if I could reach one of our callers this time. Who's been there? Let me see. 4430101, 4030101, and 458-1914. 458-1914. We're taking the calls. But Koi, I don't know if you listened this morning, or listened last night rather, and they are talking now about town hall meetings. When I see town hall meetings, I just wonder to myself, where did they get that idea from? I've never seen the NNP talk about town hall meeting. They never had nothing like that. Where they get that word from?
Well, I think I've never been doing something they call Village Connect.
Yeah, but town hall.
I know. I hear you, but I'm just saying they've started that a long time now. The Connect.
Well, stick to your Connect. No, my thing is stick to your connection. If it's connect, you're connecting. Whatever your meetings are called, whatever, stick to that. What is it? Where they come out with the word town hall?
Yeah, well,
Where they learn that from?
Because since the NDC came into office, they have been always having town hall. They have town hall here when they want to discuss things with the people. And you know what I've also
they're learning?
Yeah. But you know what I've also noted? That they have been always complaining that the government is not having consultation. Who you consulted with, you know? Who you consulted with. But the town hall meetings was part of the consultation, is the consultation for people to come and share their ideas. They don't want people to stay in the background and to throw stones. Come forward and let's talk about it. Express yourself. I mean, what is so wrong? Huh? We don't have to be afraid that whatever we say will be knocked down for it. Come forward and share your ideas, and that is one of the ways in which you can consult with
But
people.
even in the town hall meeting, and I looked at two of them. Well, not two of them. One of them, as a matter of fact, and the style and the way town hall meetings are organized by the NDC, where people will come up and ask questions, right? It's not just taking a microphone and just lecturing to them and preaching to them or whatever they're doing there. Is that the people would participate in the activity. But I didn't see any participation. I mean, I stand to be corrected, but I didn't see anybody come up and ask no question or nothing of the nature. You just go there and have a regular meeting, and they call it town hall. And to me, town hall meeting is something entirely different.
Yes.
But they learned the word, but I don't think they learned the meaning of the word or to execute.
And even they having one. I think somebody I did see on this chat or comment or somebody mentioned about our MP here in Carriacou going to be having a town hall, and they too having a town hall on the same day. They're going to New York this time.
Well,
they have it around here. They're going to New York
to have a town hall.
Yeah,
in the diaspora.
Yes,
I'll go get back on that because they don't like the word diaspora anymore. Eh? Vibes FM. WhatsApp caller coming.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
On the issue of let me deal with this situation first. I won't be long. Now, I listened a young lady on to the point I think was last week, Monday. Her name is Charmaine Gibbs. She told the narrator the reason why she joined DPM is because Mr. Peter David is a great leader. And pay attention to that word. That two words, great leader. Okay?
Yeah.
She said that and he has more experience than a lot of the other politicians. And his focus is on health and the people. Charmaine, it seemed like she was born in 2020. Well, not 2020, but 2022. Because for she to be there before that, and knowing that Mr. Peter David was the representative for the town of St. George, one of the smallest constituencies in Grenada, for 4 terms, and he did nothing. You see him as a great leader? Could he manage a whole country when he couldn't manage the smallest constituency in Grenada with 4 terms?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, some young people, they are bamboos, they are booked, and she is one of them. She doesn't know right from wrong, up, not down. No, I'm not undermining Mr. David. I'm only saying what is facts.
Well, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, if it's there is where she intends to go, she will end up nowhere. And Mr. Peter David cannot win the tongue of St. George. I don't expect him to win that with what Claudette has been doing in the tongue that he couldn't do for the 4 terms he was there. Except the people in the tongue of St. George is very ungrateful. Okay? And they don't want good for themselves. Now, on the other hand, this topic that seems to be blowing up with Emlyn, people have to realize that Emlyn Pierre doesn't have anything to campaign on. What really hurting the NNP and now DPM is that Deacon Mitchell and the NDC is showing the physical things that they have done for the country. And the things that are physical must be seen by people. I have people from who come to Grenada says they were surprised when they see the development the country is under in this short space of time, 4 years. Nowhere in the history of Grenada such amount of development took place. So now you want to unseat a government that have been doing so much for the people, most of what they do positively affecting the people, and that is very, very good. So she, on the thing about cost of living, I sent another thing for her this morning. I don't know if you do some work on it for me.
Yeah.
Right. I made one error in spelling herring.
Yes, no problem.
Sorry about that. I know you're a teacher, you will speak up fast.
I'll make up for that, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Now, cost of living is not Grenada, it's worldwide. Emlyn have she had in the sun as an asterisk, hoping that the Grenadian people would not remember that. When Donald Trump come in office in 2024, tariff cost of living goes sky high. Then he go and start the stupid war against Iran that make it even worse. Tell me which of the country in the world today cost of living have not increased drastically. And it's all because of world events. If I shipping goods to you to Carriacou, and I have to charge you because I have, I bring it to you, I have the boat. When you have to put your markup, you must put in transportation.
Of course.
Otherwise you'll be running at a loss.
Yep.
So when freight price go up, all the goods coming to our country and other countries will see price going up and up. They had a ceasefire, now they start back fighting again. Trump said the ceasefire is over. Gas price start to go up, and most trade done with oil because those ships need oil, the plane need oil, and once they go up, we have to pay more. We in the bottom end, you know. I'm the shopper. I who pay in most of the money. You buy from Harry, and you selling for me. In this street, I pay the most. And Emlyn doesn't understand business, so she's not fit for being Prime Minister of Grenada. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Bye. 4430101, 4430101, 4030101, you know. And every price in every country now, you know, has been affected. And things go up, they don't go down, eh? Everything just keep going up. Some might go up faster than others, but everything is going up. And we just have to just band my belly and make sure that we could deal with situations. Other than that, we have a lot of problems. And
the issue about cost of living, the Prime Minister has always said from time to in the past that the issue is that we have to reach to a place where we can feed ourselves. And when we can feed ourselves, of course, that's where agriculture comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can feed ourselves. The cost of living definitely will be going down.
But the NNP has never focused on agriculture since they've been inside of there. As a matter of fact, you know, it was basically being ignored as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, and they come in and talk about agriculture. Now, you know, you listen to these people sometimes, you know, you just wonder if they just wake up from this dream or sleep or whatever they were doing, because being in there for this 23 plus years and they have never addressed the issues. And now all of a sudden you realize that there is an issue in front of you that needs to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to speak about it. They don't have the authority to even use those words, in my view. I'm telling you the truth. But anyway, you know, as we sometimes say, democracy, you know, freedom of speech, you know. So
yeah, well,
I think they take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something that all of us have access to: freedom of expression, freedom of speech. You know, at that level. So you know, one will say, "Well, let them speak. Let them speak."
Freedom of speech. Well, caller, come on, caller.
Well, good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Brother Kim Mills, you are, sir?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
And that other gentleman, Mr. Brother Coy?
Yes.
And wheresoever Brother Leo would be. But anyway, this is Comsy Boy here talking.
Yeah.
And I have, well, you said stupid seasonings on, you said? Is that correct?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, well, I believe you because I heard a little thing on Cam Jones' program this morning about what Emlyn Pierce said. Well, I've been kind of listening a little bit. I did a few videos and put it on Facebook so she can see it with the big hypocrisy. Up to a while ago, I did that. I went to one store there while I was listening to the program, and I did that. And I put it's on video what they have, the price of yam and stuff like that and so forth.
Yeah.
You know? And up to yesterday, Miss Martley in the CARICOM meeting was begging some of the businesses, Neil and Marcy, instead of making $48 million in profit for the year, why not go for $20 million and kind of reduce? But again, she only talking joke, really. I mean, because as you know, Kim, you do business yourself, and you can care about because everything has a special markup, whether it's 5, 10, 15, some of the things might be 20% because of how how easy it is to disintegrate and things like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So that's only a joke Miss Martley is making also too, you know. But listen, man, the price of things are all over the world, and that woman knows. Well, I call her Miss Want to be Prime Minister. That's how I call her.
Okay.
Miss Want to be Prime Minister, and she wants to be Prime Minister so bad that at any cost. I mean, which is really stupid because the only people you're fooling are them fools about people can buy a pound of saltfish. Listen, yesterday I went and I bought a piece of saltfish or codfish, or the hell they call it, and it's first time I buy that quality. It's not a top brand, but you're $7.99 a pound. See? The other one, like the snake, I don't know. They say snake, I don't know. But that's what I usually buy, because that's the cheapest.
Yeah.
But I decided yesterday I will try that, you know, and it's $7.99 a pound, and that's US.
So that's
As a matter of
$8.
fact, many of the things on the store in Grenada is cheaper than America.
We know that.
Many of the things.
I'm telling you, I know that.
Like sardine and all kind of things is cheaper in Grenada than here. A tin of sardine is about $1.50, and as you know, a tin of sardine has nothing in it, actually.
Yep.
You know. So this woman is only making a big joke of herself. But anyway, I will go back and listen to her. I don't want to waste too much time on her and everything about people say. I mean, imagine somebody meet you and tell you about the price of saltfish. And as she know, in our days, we couldn't even buy half a pound, it's quarter pound saltfish we used to go and buy in the store.
Yeah.
Ounce of butter and all that kind of crap.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
So she only fooling her own self, my brother. So let the woman just fool herself and beat up she pan. You know, a girl going in a hotel in Lansapin, she get feel up or what. She call her, instead of calling her husband who used to be a lawman, or is a still lawman or what, call her and tell her. I mean, the guy with the horse, he called her again. I mean, that's so stupid. But brother man, I think the government is doing a wonderful job, because when you look at only for 4 years, the things they have accomplished, even the blind man could see that. Even the blind man. Once he has sense and things like that, he could know. So, and they didn't do that in 20. Listen, the same WLM should be ashamed of themselves to pass on the road in morning here and then to see what they're doing in what they call it, Mabuya.
Yeah.
For years and years and years and years, it was sinking and sinking and sinking. People even afraid to walk there, not just to drive. Now they intend to drive in the next year or two or some kind of thing like that. You see?
Yeah.
So thank God for progressive government.
Yeah.
So let me go and listen to the goodly people what they're going to say, my brother.
Before you go,
If you have any question for the man, please do so now, sir.
Yes, the question. I wanted to find out how is the weather treating you up there?
Repeat again?
How is the weather? The weather treating you up there?
Oh, it's very good today. Very good.
Very good.
Not too hot. I think it might be about 80 degrees or something, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm not too sure. But it's tolerable, actually.
Okay.
So you survived the 100 plus?
Yes, tolerable.
You survived the 100 plus,
well,
right?
I personally don't pay much attention to the weather because it's not me alone in the world, and the man upstairs cannot do every day to suit me. Because while I might be against the sun, some other people might like it because of the business they're into.
Right.
So I just go with the flow. If rainfall, I deal with it. Snowfall, I deal with it. You know, sun come out, I deal with it. So that's what I do.
Okay.
But today is tolerable. Thank you for asking, sir.
No problem.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. All right.
Yes,
okay.
well, I'll go back and listen to your guys, and wonderful program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. 443-0101, 443-0101, 403 443-0101 if you want to call and interact with us. So the lines are open. And if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about, feel free to do so. The lines are open and you can do so. Again, there's so many things happening. I'll tell the truth, that we have a packed program. I'm just waiting for a few calls to come through because some of my clients told me that they were going to be getting in touch with us, okay? But hopefully we're going to hear from them pretty soon, okay? 443-0101, 443-0101, 403-0101, and you can call us right now and feel free to do so. But speaking about, this cost of living that she mentioned last night there, it is the only thing that she could speak about, and somebody always, if you listen to the pattern, somebody always calling her and telling her, she can't go for herself. Why people have to meet her and tell her?
She is practicing to represent the people. So they will call her and tell her things, that and right, and that is so, and this is so. So at least she is making that connect with the people.
No, but somebody always have to tell the caller some story.
Yeah, she's the mouthpiece.
Vibes FM, let me take What's up, caller? What's up, caller? Come in. What's up, caller?
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
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 Yeah.
How are you?
Okay.
Yeah, we're there.
Oh my word. Sometimes I want to call something, I don't want to call you the what? Watch. Listen. I always take example of that pound store in Brixton over there. It said a pound store. When I came here, I could have go and get the same carbolic soap, £1. Right now, there is nothing in the pound store for £1. No roll of tissue for £1 anymore. Everything gone up. Breadfruit. Me, I always think about home, so I wouldn't buy breadfruit because I am buying no breadfruit for £7 a kilo and all these types of things. It wouldn't happen. Or a sauce up for £30. No. The creeks, the creeks that have the 3 rows in them. Right now is £3.45 for that. I'm not sure how much it is home. When I left home, I think it used to be like $4.50 or something like that. So I'm just saying, even the Baron pepper sauce, the medium size one used to be like $1 something. No, it's $3.39 in different shops.
But you're speaking pounds,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the prices aren't the same as it used to.
Right.
So I'm not sure where Emmeline getting her mad son of figures and how she trying to.
Well, is somebody that telling her? Somebody that telling her, People tell her.
Well, she has a path. She walk in a path that is not even really making sense because we are here and we can see and we understand what's going on. My thing is this: the people that support the NNP government, they really need, I don't know if it's a bush bat or something just to kind of like wake them up a little bit because we can't just sit down because we are all Grenadians. Whether we said we support this one or that one, we have family members that support them and we see how they act. And sometimes you feel a bit of empathy for them because the way they speak, the way, it makes you seem, boy, that is my family or that is my friend. Because it sounds so foolish. And then you have these leaders, the so-called leaders talking how they're talking, and it makes you feel, oh, no wonder why. You understand? But there are times we have to open up our eyes. We have to look at, because for me, I always say technology is there for us to see what's going on. Because everything right now is, I'll say, online, thing like that. So we have to learn. We have to forget. We can't forget our past because you need your past to go forward. But I mean, these people are so sick. And next thing again, we see and we complain about Grenada. This we don't produce oil. We don't produce bauxite. We have no natural resources. You're talking about you want to do this for agriculture. As I always say, I have a passion when it comes to fishermen because my dad is a fisherman, my boy is a fisherman, and the struggle they go through. And for now to see what these governments spending time doing for fishermen and farmers, and today you want to talk about, oh, you go do this for them and you go do that for them. You have no plan. You have none at all. Because from since the other day, you all start yapping, all kind of negativeness. So the people may be beating them and tell them, well, you all don't have a solution. So they come with a meeting last night to try to think they have some solution. They don't have nothing.
Nope.
They have no plan. They're empty.
Yep.
They're really empty. And then I never see somebody chew on the both sides of the mouth. She going to choke one day, you know. She going to choke because they're lying. You understand?
Yeah.
And the next thing, I am not a doctor, neither a nurse. I always hear the Prime Minister talk about being on a health path and a health journey. And sometimes you watch at videos of our young men with big bellies and all that, and we think it's all good to have a big. No, it's not healthy. I'm a lot of whoever is listening to me, as I said, I am not a doctor, I am not a nurse, but I am advocating for us as Grenadians. I'm not home to try and do a little bit of how you say that word? Not wash out. I just forget, but to drink a little bit more. Ginger, cinnamon, whatever. We have too much of those herbs home, and just get a cleanse. Just clean out yourself and get rid of that weight, that belly, so we could save ourselves about 10 years on our lives. We're eating too much of junk, and then you come talk, and then they talk about health. You can't get this in the health. You can't get. We are responsible for ourselves. We are the captain of our ship. So I'm just saying that to say we need to look out for ourselves. Even again with our young ladies with the cervical cancer and stuff like that. Come on, the doctor can only give us advice, but we have to look after ourselves. You know, right now Europe is on a heat wave. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. They're warning people don't drink alcohol and stuff like that. And I know home. Well, the season mixed up now. Everybody drinking rum and all these things. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to do that. The government can do that for us. But I'm just saying, I'm not a doctor, but I'm just advocating for us to, as young people, to live a little bit more healthier.
Okay.
So have a good evening and take care.
Okay, thank you so much for your contribution there. 443-0101 again. 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914. Again, 458-1914. If you want to call and make a contribution, you can do so at this time. You know, it's important because people know with the access of all the information that they're getting online, here, there, and everywhere, you know, you can't fool people now, you know. You can't fool people. People are smarter now than before. So it's very, very important for us to pay attention to things like that, okay? Let me take another call. The Vibes FM. Let me see. Line 9 caller, you on? Caller, good morning. Or caller? Okay, it seems as though we are. Let me take this call. Let me take this one this time. Vibes FM. What's up, caller? Caller, you on? Caller, good morning.
Good morning, brother Kim. Morning, brother Kai.
Good morning. What's up?
Guys doing?
All right, not bad at all. And how are you, by the way?
Greetings. I'm wonderful.
All right, okay.
Can't complain.
No.
You know.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right.
Better than before.
Okay. I like that. Better than before. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you have life. So you have to give thanks. You know, you have people who who wake up this morning and not in the best of health. Some people didn't get the chance to be in the land of the living.
Yeah,
that's grateful and thankful to the Almighty. So
that's
true.
true.
I said it's better than before.
All right.
So every day I try to make each day a better day than before.
All right. Okay. Well, that makes sense. You know, that's how we have to have this kind of attitude. We need to go forward and be positive. Yes. So tell us what's happening in your area now.
Yeah. Well, let me say a special good morning to all your viewers, listeners to the Speak Out Unfiltered program on this beautiful Thursday. How is looking in Carriacou? Carriacou bright and sunny?
Nice and cool, man. You know, overcast condition a little bit, you know, a little bit of a drizzle off and on here and there. But, you know, we're enjoying beautiful weather. It's nice. It's better than the 100 degrees plus we've been hearing what's taking place in the outer world out there.
Yeah, true. It's, well, I'm out in Montreal right now. It's a little bit overcast, but say we're gonna get a little later.
Okay.
The next couple of days we're gonna get a bit of sun. So I'm actually okay for a festival on the weekend. It's a Spice Cultural Festival on the weekend, this Saturday. I just come up to attend that and then I'll be back down. I'm ready to go again on the campaign trail.
Okay.
So as you saw that, you know, we've been, and for those of you who don't know, Senator Quince Britton speaking. I know you've been hearing and seeing a lot on social media as to the developments, what's happening in St. Mark. Some people tend to take very keen interest as to what's happening in St. Mark's, and that is a good thing, Brother Kim and Brother Coy, that we remember what was back then. My campaign slogan was, we are going to make our mark in St. Mark, and we did make our mark in St. Mark. That gives St. Mark that kind of focus.
Yep.
As to not, we don't just small, and we're not going to accept mediocrity or be left behind. And we have been doing the necessary work to put us in a position where now we can safely say that we are forced to be reckoned with. And the main goal right now is to finally turn over that seat into the hands of the National Democratic Congress on election day.
I like
So
that.
we leaving no pebble unturned.
Right. Okay.
No pebble will be leaving unturned. So hence the reason why, as you may have noticed, that I have endorsed the person in that of Miss Digans. Me and Miss Digans are
Yeah.
We go back a long way.
Yeah,
And,
caller,
and I
caller,
see-
hold a second, please. Could you just maybe move a little bit? You know, you're dropping every now and then, and we want to, you know, maybe the signal is not as strong where you are. You could just move a little bit, and because we want to hear you. Yeah. Yes. Okay, caller.
Are you better able to hear me now?
It sounds good now. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Yes. Yeah.
Better, right?
Yes. Yeah. It sounds a little better. Yeah.
Right. So probably the headphone that I had in my ears.
Okay.
So I was saying that, you know, myself and the prospective candidate, Miss Caris Digans, we had a very long, we go back a long way. We went to church together and so on. And she's always been community oriented. She has been here working within the constituency of St. Mark. She'd been a teacher for the past and principal of the St. Mark Secondary School for the past couple of years. I think she started back in St. Mark Secondary School just around 2005, 2006. And now she has decided to come and join us on the campaign trail for us to continue to make that presence turn over that seat into, because we have been misrepresented over the many years by the former administration and the representative that they put there, and even taking the people for St. Mark's for granted, that you would often hear them making comments that even if you put an animal, a dog to represent, they're going to vote for it. And honestly, it's a real insult. I see that is one of the things that caused me to, you know, I say, no, we can't continue to go down that road, that, you know, how a dog going to represent my interests in parliament, you know. So that is one of the reason why I take up the fight and started adding more pressure to the then MP. So now, I tell you, they're frightened. So you hear them making comments as if they're so concerned as, I don't like what they do. I say, nobody do me anything, right? It's a democratic process in which we follow. Both of us expressed interest. At the end of the day, the constituency branch has to decide, and whatever the decision is, we line up behind it. They will line up behind the decision, and we march.
Yeah.
And we forging as one in unity.
Right. Yeah.
So I just want to let our people know, all our listeners out there, that I am in full support, and I expect every one of you to, as I've mentioned before, let us rally behind the team NDC in St. Mark, and together we will be victorious. But the victory would not come automatically. As I said, we have to walk towards it. We're going to knock on every doors. We're going to re-engage the people, because there's a renewed vigor right now in St. Mark, which I'm loving. Right. So last night we started off with our manifesto meeting as happening in all the other constituencies.
And if you will just permit me to let you know the meeting last night. The first one started last night. That was PD 2 and 3. Then we have one upcoming on the 14th of July. The 14th and the 15th of July, we're gonna do PD 4. That is for Coast Guard. We're doing it at the Coast Guard preschool. The villages of Waltham and River-Sally, we're doing that at St. Mark Secondary School. PD 5, non-parallel industry, Duquesne, Resource, and so on. We're doing that on the 21st. We more than likely to split that PD because of its geographical location. We're gonna split the meeting in two. We're gonna do one at Samaritan and another one lower down to the southern side of that PD, probably around non-parallel thereabout. Duquesne, PD 6, Digo Peace, Union, Samaritan, Fountain. We're going to do that at the Samaritan school as well. And then PD 1, Maran, we're going to do that. And the PD 6 is on the 22nd of July, and PD 1 is on the 28th of July. So the main focus is to do all those different PD meetings. We're encouraging persons to come out in their numbers to be part and parcel of this historic event, because in the past you never used to have political parties engaging the people like that to get a manifesto. Even in the last election, when I was doing the manifesto, I partially engaged some people as to what would you like to see, and based on what they told me, that I came up with at least about 10 different things as to what we would like to see happen in St. Mark. But now you have a more interactive session with the people to say, well, we will prefer the bridge instead of we doing a drain, back wall instead of we doing the hard coat. And that is the kind of people-centered approach that we are using towards shaping what the future look like, so people could feel more appreciative that this thing is not happening in isolation and they're just doing what they want. One thing, I was not born during the revolution, I was born after the revolution, but town hall meetings, from what I was told, and I stand to be corrected, was happening during the time of the revolution, right?
Yeah,
that's correct.
That's correct. Yeah,
right. And we renewed that interest in the people, or having that kind of connection with the people some years ago. As a matter of fact, when just before PM and political leader Dickett Mitchell came on board, we had a town hall style meeting in St. Mark. That time, Honorable Senator Adrian Thomas Persuader, he was the interim leader of the party. We had a town hall style meeting in Bonnet School. Then when political leader Dickett Mitchell, when he took office, he came in the first town hall meeting. Myself and him as the candidate at the time, we did that meeting in Bonnet School again, and it was the theme of that meeting was a partnership between the politician and the people, and that kind of set the tone. A lot of people liked what happened. We streamed it live, and that just set the tone for town hall meetings for the NDC. And so when I see people, masquerading and trying to put on, say what they had last night. I don't know how they term it.
They call it tongue. I think they call it a tongue.
Okay, so they gone from village connection to tongue hall. I mean, they're really not connecting. They're really not connecting. I don't know if but if you look at the tone of the meeting, they kind of, I think the rally kind of shook them up, and they toned down a lot that that they had to go back down to the drawing board. And it's easy to see. I mean, I'm no political analyst, but I analyze my own. I go around and I see, I test the pulse and so on with people, but the writing is on the wall for them. So and then their papa is more a liability than an asset to them. So that's for them to determine.
Well,
Yeah.
I tell you, I mean, there've been some talk out there, when we are the Clarity Gans, was going to be the caretaker and possibly the representative the St. Mark's constituency where you are, But listening to you, and I must commend you a lot, on the way you have been bonding together, together in the interests of the constituency and country, that you're not selfish. It's democracy, and you're willing to work for the people whenever you're called upon to. And I think people are going to give you a lot of credit, in how you're going about yourself now, because they were of the opinion that you may be upset, maybe, or you might be against, this kind of rhetoric sometimes, they put out there, And from talking to you, you are in full support and willing to work together and continue the good work in developing, especially St. Mark's, who has been left behind for the longest while. And you say now it's going to be in the NDC column. I feel good hearing that. And there's energy in St. Mark's right now, right? Hello?
Miss Skinner is,
Yes.
yes, as you're calling my grandmother, Miss Skinner is, as you say so, because I'm not a person that is take self-praise. And from the get-go, I did say to the constituency, this thing is not about me, is what's in the best interest of is democracy, and what's in the best interest of you all as the constituency, because at the end of it all, the constituency would have the say. And as you rightly mentioned, because you see for yourself, I'm not a selfish or self-serving person.
Yeah.
Right? Wherever that I'm placed, I will do my utmost best. And like I said, we make reference to it as a race. You're running a race or you're running a relay, and there are different people to the team. Right now, there is only one Messi on Argentina. He has to be supported by the rest of the team. The goalkeeper is just as important as the defender. Right. So that's what I see. I see it's about building St. Mark, and that is what we are going to do. Had it been that if Miss Digans has chosen to go on the other side, right? I'm pretty sure they would have liked that. They would have, the people who raising concerns now, they would have been more appreciative and so on. And I know how to be a person who works extremely hard. She's very organized and so on. And I expect the same from her. And it's like I say, it's very, very makes it even more interesting now, because for the very first time from since 1990 that we have had a female, or we will have a female representing the National Democratic Congress on a ticket on election day. All the years coming up to when I ran in 2022, it was all male. But for the very first time, we're having a female. So history in St. Mark.
Yeah.
So like I say, I look forward and continuing to do the work. From time to time, I will come and will provide whatever updates and so on. So people in the diaspora, I know there's a lot of St. Mark's people who's listening. I know many of you who are registered. Please ensure that you save a little holiday to come down for when we blow the conch shell. And I like to blow shell.
We know that.
When you blow the conch shell, so that you could come down and give your support, because this time around, I tell you, we're not leaving not a pebble undone in St. Mark. We come in, and so this is a warning. We come in and we come in hard. We come in real hard. So
I could feel the teamwork. I could feel the teamwork in progress. I could feel the team working together. When you guys.
And I also just let me place on record as well, my thanks and appreciation to all the folks who had supported over the years. And I told them in the branch meeting, I really applaud them for the efforts that they did. I didn't want to single out anyone, because the fear of me missing, who I should thank. But everyone who did a remarkable job over the many years, it was not that easy. I remember I joined in or became even more active just in the aftermath of the 2013 defeat. I got actively involved during that NDC time from 2008 to 2013, and I got even more involved when in the dark times, and I stayed the course, held different positions and so on. And now, like I say, it's more interest, more people, and I'm really excited because back then I could have tell you all who come into branch meeting or who's going to come to the executive meeting. I could have count them for you. So now that we're seeing that, it's really, really, it gets me pumped up. And this is what I want to see. And I expect it to grow by even more in going forward. This is about time. I mean, come on, we've been having the same party representing us or being at the helm since 1984. That is almost 42 years.
Oh boy.
I mean, come on, you don't find it's about time?
Yeah, it is.
It's about time. Yeah, and we have had the same MP since 1999. So 1999 to now, that's what, 26, 27?
27 years.
27 years?
Oh boy.
27 years. 27 unbroken years. And she's still the MP because you're the MP until you decide, until election is called or parliament is dissolved. So, yeah. So we in for a battle, and I told them it is not, we don't have no enemies in St. Mark. All of us, I mean, we share different political ideology, of course, but we don't have no enemies. It's one St. Mark. And we look for who is best to represent the constituency. And I think there's only one choice, no other choice. Right? And we've seen over the many years that what has been happening. We've made some progress. There are certain things that we were able to do. And we say, I looked at the lower hanging fruits and tried to pick them. Projects that I see that we were able to accomplish since I was going in primary school. We had the same MP, and we were able to do it. It wasn't rocket science. So we laid the foundation and we'll continue to build on it. So I just want to say thanks again to everyone who supported, and let's continue to support as much as possible. And I would not rest once the Almighty give me the health and the strength. I will not rest until we get to achieve our goal, and because it's not for me, it's for our generation to come. We want to make St. Mark the envy of many other constituencies that we can't look back and say if Christopher Columbus come, he know that it's St. Mark's. No. But now is the time. I tell you that when we come, if ever Christopher Columbus had to come back, he had to wonder which part of the world are you. So it's supposed to be reckoned with. We continue to make our mark St. Mark's. Thanks again for the opportunity.
Yeah, but Quince, hold on, before you go, I see you as running the third leg. You just ran the third leg of the relay race, and you're passing the baton now to go to the finishing line.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man.
Most definitely.
I like that. Honestly, I'm very impressed again, and I know I'll be hearing from you from time to time as you guys work together. And you said this time we're going straight to the finishing line with the change, okay? NDC. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you so much again, and take care and stay safe. All right. Okay. Bye bye.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
You heard the Koi.
Yeah.
Very impressed. He's one of those.
That's the quality you need,
Yes, that's the kind of people you need.
Because some people feel as though when they in a position, they are there for life.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in politics, some people feel they want to hold on to. But it's a democratic process.
Yep.
It's not appointment process. It's a democratic process where every person within have the opportunity to say yea or nay, to support, and if the constituency branch speak, I mean, what else?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That is the acceptable process.
The part I like about it is that is the cooperation.
Well, of course,
and the unity that exists among them there. And you, like I say, in many instances, sometimes you might find there might be some sort of I don't know, anger or something like that among people.
Bitterness and so on.
Yeah, but no. And Quincy, as you just spoke to us there, you could see that he's in the team. It is a teamwork, and he has done his leg, and he will continue running to and supporting to get to the finishing line. And
Yeah, well, of course, he's been there before, so he knows.
and with his experience and what he has gone so far, he will able to implement and put that in play.
You know, while he was speaking, this slogan, the one he used this morning, and the one the NDC is using, you, me,
us.
Us.
That's it. Vibes FM. Caller, next. Caller. What's up, caller? Come in.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, caller? Come in, yes.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes.
Good afternoon.
Good day to your listeners. It's good to hear many of the callers speaking. And it's always good when you have a team that can work together. So, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, great. Congratulations on your work and your team. The question of team, there's lots of other people that needs to get credit, people like Glenn Noel for the work that they've been doing.
Yeah.
And people like Pablo for the work that they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Even the United girls who helped get it part. However, there are other things that needs to be taken care of.
Caller, let me ask you, please. I don't know, you sort of, we're losing you off and on, eh? I don't know if it's your internet where you are positioned yourself or whatever, but you drop in every now and then, and it's dropped off altogether now, it looks like, yeah. Hello? It dropped off altogether. Well, you could always call us back again. Our telephone numbers again, in case you're just joining us, is Speak Out Unfiltered 443-0101, 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914. Let's move to a line 9 caller. Line 9 caller, come in.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, yes.
How are you and your team?
Okay, all righty.
Okay. Well, I'm calling in concern with Quincy Britton, who had just spoken to you all. And I want to congratulate the new elected, the lady who will be running for the constituency. And I know she will win. She will win. And because, as you said, that history will be created, because she will be the first woman lady person who will be running for the NDC. And I want to congratulate her, which I know she will beat the incumbent, the person who will be running for NMP. I know she will win.
Mm-hmm.
So, and another thing is as well, Madam Concern, well, everybody knows she's desperate for power. She's very, very desperate for power. Everybody knows that. So I personally saying that, well, it's her last leg. She personally know that she would not reach the finishing line. She would never reach there. So she have to take a back seat and chill out and cool out and think and plan for some other time, some other thing she had to plan to do, some other thing. So she had to just relax herself and just chill out from the politics when she lost, because she was the biggest defeat she will be getting is this election. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's go back to another caller. Caller, I think the caller is back again. Caller?
Yes, hello?
Yeah, yes, okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
I hope this is a little better.
Yes, yeah. You
Yes.
sound better already. Uh-huh.
Other important things. Any politician, be it blue, white, yellow, red, green, everybody starts at zero when an election is called. And people must come out and vote in order for you to win. It's not always a good thing. You may have you are likely to win. What needs to be done? Get victory. It's part of our development. It is amazing that we talk about the diaspora and basic, fundamental, in my opinion, simple thing that should be able to that in and in Trinidad, in Barbados, I cannot understand me. Big events. We're talking about investment. And on the diaspora homecoming, on the diaspora website, you don't have a simple WhatsApp number to call. The number you 402630. My goodness, the people who are involved and who are in charge to make sure
Caller,
you have a number.
Yeah, caller. Hold a second, boy. It's something wrong again. We're not. You're breaking up, so we're not really making complete sentences, and it's kind of difficult to follow what the statement you're making. I don't know if there
Well, I
might
did
be.
not,
Yeah,
I,
it's
I
breaking.
don't know,
It's
but
breaking.
me better.
Still breaking. Still, I don't know.
My services, I'll call back.
Yeah,
Thank
okay,
you.
okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna. Okay, I hope he calls back again to finish up what he was saying. But the telephone numbers again: 443-0101, 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914, 458-1914. Let me try another call. Vibes FM. What's up, caller? What's up, caller? Come in, caller. Caller, you next. What's up, caller? 458-1914. Let me try another call. Vibes FM. Basketman.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah.
Basketman.
Yeah, okay.
I must comment on Kate Lewis. I can't leave Kate Lewis out because he's Northeast. That's my constituency. Although I'm in St. George's, but you know Northeast after Northeast. Remember when you said no, we don't want potato?
Yeah.
That brings me right back to Cliff Robinson. Did you remember Cliff Robinson?
Yeah, I remember.
He ran for election for NDC one time. And in 2013, I think, or 2014, he wanted to be the biggest hatchery in the Caribbean, in Simon, behind the call center down there. Even the ruins are still there. And Kit Michel refused to give him the incentive to bring in the machines. So he just left it undone. And when Kate Lewis talk about we don't want potato, it brings me right back to that time, because my estimation, the people that was bringing in, that has been bringing in the potato could have been an NNP supporter. So they were getting money from it, because, for example, they're buying $4 million worth of potato to bring in. It was the price must have been very low. And when it come in here and they're making a multi-million-dollar right? So she didn't want the government to grow potato here because it would be cheaper. They want to bring it in so they could make the money on it. Brothers and sisters, Canadian all. I don't eat potato, I eat fish and breadfruit and blogo, yam and dasheen. So who loves potato, eat potato? I don't love potato. I love sweet potato what grown here. So I eat that too. But I'm saying these people are so negative. And she believes that she only Northeast. I tell her we coming. And she position have to finish. And then I have to go to St. Max now. Mr. Quinn, glad to hear you. Sorry I didn't give you a call lately, but Basketman, I will call you one of the days. The lady that running there, taking over from Clarice, she said she was talking about the Fisher folks. I'm asking this lady if she was in Grenada all the time, or she was in St. Max all the time. The Dr. Charles is her name. Because Clarice was there for hundreds of years. She never knew they wanted a jetty in St. Max. Brothers and sisters, what is going on with these people? She is coming now and talking about Fisher folks. She said she's a doctor. But I think she should have stayed when she's doing doctor and with her patients. Because going there to build that jetty, I don't know when that jetty going to be built. So she had to know, well, something is wrong with these people. I want to talk about Emily. Forget Emily. Emily take out of it. So I'm saying thank you for listening to me. I'm Mr. Quinn. I'll talk to you one of these days. Thank you.
Yeah, you're taking them one by one,
Yeah.
One by one.
Taking them out, man.
Yeah. You talk about who you want to talk about and we want to talk about and whatever it is, I think like that, But just listen to some of the callers, and hearing this word, misconcern. Who they calling misconcern? They calling the Miss Castellivin, Miss Fate.
From since she started, since the election came around this
Yeah.
time, there was a lot of talk about Miss Feet
Yeah.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she has earned herself many names by how she.
I wonder how many more names you're going to get before the election.
It have more to come. It have more to come. It have more to come.
Miss Concern, Miss Feet, Miss Costa living. And the stories that you hear, are so, I mean, they're not genuine statements. It's just framed up. When people call you and tell you this and call you and tell you that.
But the truth is,
you never investigate. Like I say, I mean, if I'm into this thing like that, I would go and see for myself so I could speak straight out, and I wouldn't try to mislead people. Because when you try to mislead people, they don't trust you after that,
Of course.
Yeah, they lose all trust in you. So you need to,
But
take
I
a
think,
platform there.
I'm hearing, of course, yes, because of how she says it, on the campaign trail where she is. But do we think that all of the times she said that people call her, they really call her, or she just using
I
that
don't believe. No, I don't believe.
all the time?
I don't believe.
Everything.
I believe all the stories are made up stories. All of them, they're
boy.
made up. No. You can't convince me that people calling you and big the stories of when they with the Nigerians, I think.
Yes, yes.
And the caller,
the caller.
and some much more.
And they were crying too,
right?
Calling.
Yes.
I mean.
And then you, as a concerned one, especially, and you know the law, you have people who will advise you anyway, and the stance you're going to take is to go and talk in Parliament, and not to bring the issue to the attention of the law enforcement officers. I mean, that's the obvious. Everybody knows that. I mean, this is no secret. But you see, when you see you framing up sometimes, you have to you just miss some of the links, and then people realize it's a made up. So anyway, and if you remember the story too with the horses.
Yeah.
Again,
she was approached.
She was approached by these people, and then she went again and gave a story. And not even that, the story that they gave was a false story because the real story came out. Let me see if I could find the real story coming from St. Lucia. I think I had that clip somewhere here. Let me see. Where is this? No. Hold on. Try back again. Okie doke. Anyway, as soon as I get it, I'm going to play it.
Okay.
But it was something that was made up again, and this is the kind of attitude that they have from time to time. All the stories are made up, and they don't get the real story. Okay. I get it now. All right, listen to this. Let me see. I thought it was starting to play. Okay, we're going to come. Let me take a call in the meantime. Vibes FM. Caller, come in. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
You hearing me a little better now?
Well, yes. You start off good. Yeah. I hope it remains like that. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I was talking to the diaspora. And I was talking about a simple way of communicating, which is via WhatsApp.
Uh-huh.
For all the years that we have WhatsApp, for all the years that we have talk about diaspora, and we have a diaspora homecoming, there is no WhatsApp number for people to communicate to the office.
Uh-huh.
It's a meeting in the year 2026. We have a homecoming. We have big activities. We have visits. We have planting of trees. All good, all great. But a simple method of communication, which is a WhatsApp, but we don't have it. So let's hope that within the next 6 months, the next year, the next 2 weeks, there'll be because it's not that difficult. You can have that you put on a phone, you add to a phone and you use number. The government have WhatsApp cell phone number.
Okay. Well, yeah, but on the website, I don't know, so I can't verify what you're saying there. But but it's be very, very important. Hello, be very important for you to have for them to have a WhatsApp number available. Yeah.
Yes, I'm reading publicly because I raised it with a number of persons, and I realized in a Grenada situation that when you speak to people who you expect to do things, they don't do it. so you have to raise it publicly. That's the only time you get things done in Grenada, apparently. We have been constructing roads in Grenada, concrete roads. Some have stood the test of time and some have broken up. One of the things that we need to do is look at different standards throughout the Caribbean, throughout the world, and standardize construction of roads so that we don't be spending money every 15 years to rebuild roads that could last much longer than that.
Well, the roads that are built in Grenada right now, too, I don't know if you're following up on that, because in that they're doing the asphalt now and they are making much better roads than they had before because the concrete sometimes can't handle the temperatures and the cracking and things like that are taking place. And there's been very little maintenance. I think with the road construction that's taking place now, we're on a better path. We should have roads for quite a while. Much better roads.
But I'm not an expert in the field, but I can only use my experience and what my eyes have told me. So you had roads that were constructed in the past, macadam roads that were surfaced with asphalt, last for a number of years until some very heavy trucks came and start breaking them. But even then, find of current dug up some of
yeah.
Large boulders at the bottom, and we now compacting half-inch and 3/4 inch gravel. Well, we need to wake up and realize something. The road is as strong as its base, as its foundation. And yes, roads might look very well, stuff is good today. But after the contractors have gone 3 years, 5 years, to realize what. So my point is that we need to look at different parts of the world again. And structure. We have that thing. And not just roads, even roads. I see walls being built.
Wow. College.
Caller, you're going again.
Caller, I know that I know we're having some challenges with the connection. But I want to ask you.
He's gone again. He's gone. He dropped off.
Wow. So this connection is so unstable.
Yeah. Because we get a lot of calls on our end here, and we don't seem to have any problem or nothing of the nature. So I think the problem might be on his end, most likely on his end. That we having this drops and things like that. But anyway, the lines are still open. 403-0101, 403-0101, 443-0101. And 458-1914, 458-1914. If you want to call and make a contribution, you can do so. The lines are open. Okay. Now, there is something that I wanted to touch on before we move forward.
You are going to talk about the horses, the report from St. Lucia?
Right, yeah. But the problem that I'm experiencing right now is that the report from St. Lucia, I'm having a little bit of a problem bringing it. Let me see, bringing it online. Let me see if it's going to come on this one now. This time, try this. 1, 2, 3. I think this one might play. Seem to be. Wow.
Not coming up.
No. For some reason, we're not getting the audio out of it, and I just can't figure it out. So I'm
going to call on.
Let me go to a telephone call instead. Vibes FM. What's up, caller? Come in. Caller, come in.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to my two compares.
Yes, good afternoon. Yes.
Today?
Yeah, he's not around. No.
Okay. Well, I guess he might be listening. Compelio, how you doing? I want to just touch a little on the price, and I just want to go back in history a little bit. I'm a historian.
Okay, go ahead. Yes.
Remember when fish was 30 cents a pound?
And butter.
Koi.
Penny butter.
Koi.
Hey.
Koi.
Hey.
Koi. You're supposed to remember when you and Milton Coy, I know you was a greeter for years too. I know in the informal newspaper and all of that. You supposed to know when
what I'm saying.
fish was 30 cents a pound.
Imagine, huh?
Irish potato was 30 cents a pound.
Yeah.
Flour was 2 pounds for 25 cents for a shilling. They didn't call it 25 cents. They used to call it a shilling.
A shilling? You know what I mean?
You could remember when that price started changing?
That's a long time ago, boy. Hello.
All right, I will give you the year. After the crisis in 1974.
1974. All right.
1974. After that crisis, when the whole of St. George's was looted out. You remember that?
Yeah.
1974.
And that is what
I did not go to St. George's for 2 months because I was working in Granite, so I had no need. And there was services in Granite that I could have gotten into the supermarkets in Granite. There was a supermarket. I know if you remember that. Give me not know I remember, but where the wrong building is now, there was a supermarket. I think it was Everybody's or something like that. I'm standing subject to correction, but there was a supermarket there, and I used to work with character cottages.
Okay.
So I used to pick up the groceries right there and head through the valley. I was living in Woodlands at the time. Anyway, I remember those days. And then after the crisis, prices started going up. You remember that, Corey?
Yes, after 74.
Yeah. Prices started going up. And in my remembering of things, I can't remember prices ever going back down, you know.
Well, once prices started
prices don't go back down.
Prices don't go down.
No. So this is what I say I wanted to bring to the fore of those, especially the young people that may not know. But prices for fish I could remember fish was 30 cents a pound because I grew up in Woburn area. And he had a guy, we used to even go to the cinema, going to in Pitt, in Empire, and then place was 50 cents to go in.
Yeah.
And I remember a guy used to buy, not 50, 30 cents, sorry. 30 cents to go in. And I remember a guy used to buy a pound of fish and buy Irish potato and make even sauce and thing, flour and thing. And when we coming back from movies and we hungry, he coming out with the bowl of food eating. You say, only take your money and go and watch
movies.
Watch Jackie Chan and this and that. And I look where I spend mine and eating the bowl of fish broth and he cut his style of it. Anyway, I just say that to say that prices don't go down. It keep going up.
And
but
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, just making the observation that in 5-10 years time, the prices that we have now, we will not be having it then. Because prices always gravitate towards what is,
but especially we here where we don't have much, we don't produce a lot of stuff. We are depending outside there, and every price. Because I recently had an experience, let me share it quickly, where I was doing a shipping out of China. Right, I was bringing in some stuff from China, and before the war, I was given the invoice and all the charges and all the for shipping and everything like that was going to be okay, and then I went ahead in advance because you have to pay this thing before they even do it, and when they made the payment and when they was ready to ship, not just about a month and a half ago, they wrote me back and said to me, you owe us another $1,300 US because shipping has increased. Just imagine that. I'm telling you, and that's the effects again of the war in the region and the normal cost of living increases that take place. Everything coming together, and they don't come back down. No, if you have to ship again whenever it gets, it's more money.
Yes.
You have to buy something again. It's more money. So this is thing that we have to just live by it. It's not the government fault.
The point I want to make with all of that is this to soften the blow. What the governments or the trade unionists or whoever do, they have what you call a food basket. And ever so often, they increase the worker's salary to suit the price of cost of living. And my question is to the opposition, how many times during the 23 years did they increase workers' salary based on that?
Well,
minimum wage.
Minimum wage.
Well, minimum wage been that for
minimum wage wasn't addressed
by the former administration. No, they never did. The last time it was addressed was by the NDC.
Yeah,
that
I
was.
could remember it was, without you being. I could remember in 2008. It was addressed after the NDC came into office in 2008.
Right.
And between 2008 and 2022, it was never addressed anymore. Never addressed again after that. Until the NDC came back in office and addressed it again recently. So when we're talking price going up, which we always know it will go up, how are we thinking of not increasing people's salary when you keep talking about price going up? And you're not thinking about giving minimum wage people an increase in salary or an increase in minimum wage.
Yep.
So you expect them to buy the thing that gone up for the same money they're working for.
Yeah,
the money has just, the salary has just dropped because of that. Anytime goods increase and you're still working for the same money, technically you have a drop in salary, you know.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway,
yes.
I just a food for thought, that's all.
Okay.
So I just
mention
mention that.
Yes.
All right, take care. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay,
Leo. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Let me try to move to another call, another WhatsApp caller. WhatsApp caller.
That's why it's important for us to be able to feed ourselves so we can have control of these prices.
It's the only way.
That doesn't mean that you will not pay. You won't pay the price, but it's that when you feed yourself.
Caller, WhatsApp caller, you on? Caller,
somebody's on.
Hello. Okay, let me take another one again. There's so many of them. The calls coming in at the time, But let me see if I could get another one. Next caller, you on? Hello. What happened here? Okay. We're gonna get moved to that one again. Next call. Simba, do we have a block, a sort of block line? What happened is that there's so many calls coming through on the same line that it's creating a little bit of an issue. But we're going to try to solve that problem as soon as we can right here. 443, you could use the landline in the meantime, the line. 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914. Next call. WhatsApp caller coming.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, Kim, thank you for taking my call. It's a joy to look at you and my good old friend, Dr. Milton Coy, across from your desk. Were you guys talking about bringing down the price of things in your country because it's expensive? I remember in serving as someone working with the Marketing and National Importing Board in Hillsborough. And I can't remember price ever changing from it. I listened to you guys just now and you talk about, oh, you used to buy 10 pounds and half a bag of rice. But it's quarter pound salt beef I used to buy. I used to buy Confed shop. Buy quarter pound. My wife said I used to buy an ounce of butter and that lasts for the week and thing like that.
Yeah.
When you all go bring down these prices, no, I noticed somebody was playing ignorant and said, you didn't hear about the town hall meeting. On the 12th, we have 2 town hall meetings. And I'll tell you, some of your friends are spiteful. There is one that going from 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock so that nobody in that one will come to ours. And now I know that I got a notice from both groups coming to the diaspora Why? Because my office is an independent and everybody wants my vote. Who paid the bigger price? I go on that side. God bless you guys. Have a great program. Love you, gentlemen.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much. 4430101.
So the caller is saying that the more you can put up, the you're likely to get his vote, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What landline caller coming? Thank you.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, Kim, the gentleman that spoke before the last one said that prices never went down and prices started going up in 1974. But I don't agree with him. What he was saying. Because I remember a time when prices started going down. After 79, when Bishop was in power, prices on some basic food items went down. They removed some duties on some basic food items. I remember Johnny Walker whiskey used to sell for like $14, $15, $16, went down to $11. Right? And a lot of people then, a lot of fellas who used to drink Classcoat say, look, we're drinking highfalutin Classcoat now. We're drinking whiskey. It's cheaper than Classcoat. Right? So this gentleman that said that, I don't really have all the facts. Right? That's when Bishop was introducing, eat what you grow and grow what you eat and so on, and trying to keep the food items and the cost of living down.
Okay.
Yeah, he made an effort then in 79 to try to keep, things as low as they could. And a lot of things were being subsidized. I think even gas prices, you were trying to subsidize gas prices. I don't know if you remember that. So there was a time when prices started going down under the Bishop regime. And I remember clearly that I used to be working in the customs at the time. Right? Even in 74, when they had the crisis of pricing, I remember going to town to do lodgement for the customs. And it was kind of scary in those days. So I had to put the money in a brown paper bag.
Okay.
I couldn't walk with no briefcase and other cases and things to go to the bank. This guy had to go in a kind of disguised manner. I used to do the lodgement for the customs.
Okay.
In brown paper bag, I used to carry that to the bank. Right? Yeah, I remember all those days. Even when they had it, everybody's store around my Foodland area now, the Farm and Garden Center. Right? I remember seeing a police officer that morning just broke the glass and let people go in and help themselves. Right? I remember that clearly. I was in town at the time. In fact, I just came from doing a lodgement and I passed through town and saw that. Right?
Okay.
So I lived through those times, and I remember a lot of things that that after the 79 crisis, after 79 issue, that Bishop tried to do to keep prices and keep things down. So I think you better get the facts straight.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, have a good day.
Okay, thank you so much. WhatsApp caller, your next coming.
Hello.
Hello.
Good day.
Yes, good day. Yes.
Hey, Kim, I realized all the stuff in the line, but you had to get you on the program.
Watch this. So many calls.
The line hot.
Yeah, it's fire. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. Yes.
Last night I had the opportunity to listen the opposition leader with the people's they went around, start having the people's meeting, and during my time listening the conversation, I mean, as a young person, I always just say, my vote is there, and I have to decide where I'm putting my vote. Although for now, I am 90%, and I'm going to use that word 90% because I'm loading. I'm still loading.
You're still loading.
90% there in terms of the National Democratic Congress, Honorable Prime Minister Dickett Mitchell. I'm 90% there with him. It's in his favor.
Okay.
But last night I had the opportunity to listen to the leadership of the new National Party. I have to say it like the the owner of NNP.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in listening her delivery, she went ahead and she spoke of some issues affecting Grenadians, and one of those was cost of living. And I was intrigued to hear she was speaking of cost of living because I said, you know what, good issue, fantastic. We're hearing something here. And then she went on to give some prices for smoked herring, saltfish, tin milk, and I was taken aback. As someone with a degree in culinary, I should say, I was of the essence hoping that that opposition leader would have been speaking the language that I hear the current the prime minister speaking. Because the prime minister came on a program, I think it was DMs with PM, and he was saying that, look, he don't even eat any processed food. He encourages Grenadians, exercise more, eat healthy, try to consume less sugar, right? The opposition, we know we have a lot of chronic diseases problem in Grenada here. But the opposition leader now, she went on last night talking about smoked herring, saltfish, and the prices she's doing is way off. As someone who shop frequently and pick up goods, the cost was way off. And she always tends to use that term, oh, well, someone called me and they tell me this, Miss Woman, just simply say that, hey, the cost of this is that price. The cost of this is that price. And we will tell you relying because for those of us who shop and buy groceries, we will tell you different that what you're saying is not true. And the part that hurt me the most, Kim, that one takes me in my heart. Now, these people have been in the new National Party for over 18 plus years in government, serving the Grenadian people because they say they love to serve. It's not about the money, it's about service. That's their word. But how come you fail the fishermen? You fail Grenadians in agro processing. Why aren't we preparing and selling or exporting saltfish, the same smoked herring? Because we export a lot of tunas. If you look at it, it's in the millions of dollars. We export this thing. So how come the NMP never remember? According to Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, the NMP is a thinking government. They are a thinking government. They were thinking government. How come they never think about manufacturing? Why? Okay, Ivan Pass. You never plant nutmeg. You never put back in bananas. You never put back the cocoa. And those were things, the allspice. You never put them back. Those were things that Grenada was known for exporting from since in the days of the revolution. Past prime ministers and the present current prime minister tell us that we know the history. Now the new National Party been there since Lahekane. Why now? You telling me you're out of power now, and you're telling me about, as a matter of fact, the National Democratic Congress and Minister Lennox Andrews go so far as to start planting potatoes. We don't want no potato. But last night, all you're telling me now, all you want to come and invest in agriculture. After all you're saying, we don't all want potatoes. But last night, all you want to come and say, all you will keep giving a chance, you all go do a lot of invest a lot in agriculture. The NMP is never big on agriculture, and everybody in Grenada know that. And I dare them to challenge me on any program concerning agriculture. They never big on it. The NMP is the one that has Grenada in the current condition that it's in with its as it relates to agriculture. We way behind because they failed to do what was necessary after Hurricanes Ivan and Emily. Now, the opposition leader said she's going to do so much for agriculture and so much for farmers. All of a sudden, she want to do for agriculture. Okay, then you fail us already, but you want to do. Secondly, Kim, no, these people and them need to understand. And to me, the NMP, I say it here again, you don't understand why you lost the election. You're still guessing. You're still zopping. They don't understand up to this day why they lost. And as a matter of fact, the leadership of the party, with her lack of knowledge, and it's only now as you get the opportunity to speak more regular, you get to realize how far from the kitchen that these people are, Kim. Every time the opposition leader open her mouth, you get into you asking questions. But wait, and it started long enough, Kim, since after June 22nd. I heard MP Kate Lewis say, everything that passed through the government had to come through me. And I was like, but that means this woman need to go back to basic civics or social studies in school. Because if you understand how the arms of government goes, you wouldn't make a dumb statement like that, even if you win your seat as an MP. That means you don't understand the basic function of government. What NMP had you been doing there all this time for a whole term, and you get re-elected and you don't know the process of government? Where do we go from here? What these people been doing, Kim? Then last night again, well, they had a song, they say, bind us together. That's my song. I love that song.
Yeah.
Bind us together. Oh my gosh. I say, okay, it look like we on a good slate tonight. And it seems to me, and you see people more studying NMP meeting and NMP people, you know. Because the way we don't pay attention to NMP and NMP meetings and the water, that's what we still don't understand it. What you put outside there, independent thinking people looking on. The people who are at your base, they will consume whatever you say. But you have to be able to tap into everyone outside there. And you can't come in and feeding us this nonsense and expect us to just swallow it like that. She went as far again on the platform, and she even pick up the when they heading up to New York. Sunday coming too. But when you go up in New York, Sunday coming now, what are you going to go and tell the Grenadians over there after you disrespect them on a large scale? You even got White House for, you don't even Winston Garaway to knock them down unless you don't want them here to come and vote. What are you going up there now to do? And you have a town hall. And I'm blaming the Prime Minister for that, you know, because these people don't know about this town hall thing. How first time I see a town hall with so much of green donkeys inside of it? People don't even come out in their good clothes and them, you know. Only the supporters they pull out in it. A town hall not supposed to be in that kind of manner, Kim. That was a political meeting last night.
Yeah.
That was not a town hall meeting.
Yeah.
You mobilize the supporters and you had a meeting for the new National Party members. This thing in no way was designed for me. I feel bad as an outsider. I said, thank God I didn't go up in this thing, you know. Because I would have gone there and sit down there and I would have been uncomfortable. I see the Prime Minister and Kevin Andrews and a couple other ministers had town halls. And I never see it. And they say the diaspora homecoming was an NDC thing. I never see them diaspora people coming with big yellow jersey and them, you know, in the different events.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they came in as they are and they contributed because it was for everyone. But the NMP saying they having this meeting and then came last night, I thank God I didn't go and I feel bad enough. And another thing is that if they had passed the mic in front of me and I would have said what I had to say, they might have said, well, block me from the door. And I still see she carrying the horseman with her. She's still carrying the horseman with her. Yeah. We don't need weak leadership to run in a country, you know. We don't want when we put somebody there to run a country and you have to make tough decisions, you go just go ahead and go with your emotions or you go with what the crowd may like. I want a leader who is firm, a leader who could stand up and make decisions based on what he feels is best for us and not based on the emotions of some. You understand, Kim?
Yeah.
Because with the current geopolitical climate outside there, with the President of the United States, you can't come in and I don't want to have nobody like that representing me as a Prime Minister. That when you go outside there and they call on you, you're just going to go ahead and say, well, don't worry, just if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do that. And then we the Grenadian people they down here, we want answers, and you can't even tell us what's going on. And when we do here, oh well, you say, well, we had to do that because we afraid that will happen. No, Kim, that election in 2027 is a serious election.
Yep.
It is very, very serious. And the Grenadian people need to continue looking on and make the right decision, which is to vote Honorable Dickie Mitchell back there, because I believe the foundation that he has started on, give him another 10, 15 years, Grenada will be in a far better place. The next thing is the Honorable Senator Britton. I would just like to say a big congratulations to Senator Britton on the grounds that he has built on in the St. Max area. And he ain't going nowhere. As a matter of fact, he's here to help and he has more work to be done. So for the new National Party members who's always looking for some kind of thing to make a whole talk. The NDC is intact. And Tim, I heard a woman say DPM went and called the up. Boy, watch, that woman, they don't attack to the give that woman platform to spread a set of rumors, you know. They always giving that sort of woman platform to spread rumors. The woman say that DPM contacted who and who to get a candidate, to stop the candidate from running Tonga St. George. Since I hear that, I say that's a lie.
Okay.
They just realize, they just get to wake up and realize the diaspora is a problem for them. DPM is a problem for them because election is a numbers game. And the DPM gone with so much of members from NMP who's disgruntled over the decisions that the NMP leader, the owner made. They're just realizing that the numbers are affecting them. It's affecting them in St. Andrews East, not east. It's affecting them in St. Andrews Southeast. It's affecting them in St. Andrews Southwest. It's affecting them in St. Patrick's East and West and in St. John's. You understand? The guy is a global guy. And all you get rid of him. Now, today, all you wake up to realize, well, the DPM doing a lot of things. So they're using this particular woman to come and spread rumor to do damage control, to break the people confidence. That is not good mean. And what? NMP, not NMP, in a game team.
Yeah.
And the whole team members, and a lot of them don't standing up and say it, you know. They come in and tell me, and they're talking out the road. You understand?
Yeah.
They're talking about it, but they don't say anything. The executive don't listen in them. NMP. Look at what they do, Botran. They fire Botran in a cook-up that he have up in St. Patrick's and put Robert White. And you tell yourself that, okay, the man of the whole cook-up, you know, and the owner NMP fire him because he say we should rally. They should rally with Olympian supporter. Nah, man. Him 15-0. Get ready for a celebration.
All right. Okay, then. 15-0. You've been hearing that a lot, eh?
Yes.
And believe me, when I saw what took place in St. Mark's, you know, with the new candidate that they have there and how they're going to be coming together, you know, I said, you know, that's 14. We're going for one more. 5 FM. What's up, Color coming? Color?
Let me say blessed love to every one of you, my brother.
Okay, what's up, my brother?
Yes.
Yeah, man, easy, man. Yeah, man.
Fire Friday coming
just
up.
Yeah. Yeah, man, just the digging the vibes, I'm feeling the vibes, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Easy, man. So everybody all right and thing?
Yes, we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope all the holding strong and thing. And let me say big up to all the followers and thing we're following all the right about normal all the listeners and thing, you know. When my brother last night, you know, come from work and thing, I lay down there and thing, and I was just listening pure my way, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? Because I don't understand where we as a people want to head. I don't know if we want to head back in the Stone Age time or we want to stay into reality, you understand?
Mm.
And you know, when I listen to the opposition leaders speak and thing, I just realize these people and them, they're really empty, and I don't believe that Grenadians will be so foolish to try to put back these people and them in office. When we have a leader with quality and moving the country the right way, the country and the move, you understand?
Mm.
And the man getting things done. Because you see, me brother, when I understand it, I check the opposition leader and thing, and I was talking about cost of living and thing, my brother. You know, something kind of flashed in my mind, and I don't want anybody hold that against me by saying it right about now. You know, I wish NMP was in office right now. You know why I say that? I wish he was in office right about now. Let me see what happened in the country today. Let me see what happened for Grenadians today. Let me see if cost of living would be higher. I would be more sky high. You understand? So I don't know where they're coming with them kind of foolishness and thing, you understand?
Yeah.
And people have to understand, yesterday and today is 2 different times. You know? Hey, they don't see nothing. They don't see no highness of cost of living yet. Maybe come tomorrow. Come tomorrow. Because every day, my brother will leave. Things are getting more dread and getting more difficult in this world, you know?
Yeah.
You understand? So when the opposition leader come talking about they go able to cut on cost of living, and that is just a political catch. They will say the things that they feel they will catch people with right about now. That's what they're doing. They're just talking the things what they want the people to believe that they will do. But when they get in office, it's a different kind of creatures and things what will be inside office, you know, my brother.
Yep.
Because them and all understand. There is nothing they could do about it. They understand that. But they're talking to the little handful of supporters who was inside the last night. And you know, Koi, what I kind of look at last night again, I listen to some of the people and them asking questions and things. And if you have great understanding and the discernment of the spirit, then you could understand sometimes there is the one who just write this thing for these people and to come to build some kind of conversation over certain things. You understand?
It's scripted.
So it's like they write certain things for some of them to just come and read out, and then they're talking about it. If you really pay attention to it, if you really listen them carefully, you could see it's like thing that somebody write for them. You understand? About three of them, like they write that for them. Come inside it and listen. Or they go pose a question like if it's all you come up with advice, you understand?
Yeah.
That's how NMP is. NMP is a trick party, you know. And you see, that's the kind of vibes they use years gone by and one election. So they feel like it come back in this time, but man get wiser because look at us. We get wiser, that's why we could come and talk about it, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And Emily and all of them have to understand. They have to balance themselves, my brother. Because Grenadians understand what's happening right about now. Grenadians' eyes open towards reality today. And Grenadians see exactly what's happening in the country. Although, my brother, there is a handful of Grenadians, praise and thank God, the Honorable Prime Minister Dick Mitchell, they get glasses and things. So you go put glasses in some of them eyes so they're able to see clearly what's happening in the country. Because there's some of them just politically blind towards reality, you understand? And just because they get themselves hooked up with the NMP party and think they feel like you see, the green jersey they have inside of the house, they need to get rid of it because this green jersey they have inside of the house will have them like that. If they get rid of the green t-shirt inside of the house, then we'll come into reality and understand that NMP not going back in office. They will get to realize that NMP done. They will get to realize that NMP is the most weakest party today inside of Grenada that carry one pity matic under MLMP reign. They have to understand that. Because when you look at what MLMP getting now with, it's a set of malware she getting now with me, brother. Let's be really with big money boss. Not because we're defending NDC, but what we're doing, we're standing for our country. Because it's what we could do for our country. And what we could do for our country as people is to make sure we bury down NMP politically, brother. You understand? Politically, we bury them down. Mm-hmm. That they don't raise in the head again. And first time in history, they go see something back to back with the National Democratic Congress. And what I see in my eyes, and I think you all see that too, because Koi, I know you're not a fool, I know Vice is not a fool. I mean, all these veterans inside them things and them and all they understand wisdom. And what all they could see in all the eyes, NDC going on with the 15th seat, and that is reality.
Yep.
That is reality, my brother. We could see that. And let me bless up the ladies and I said, Mark covered them with that like an NDC territory right about now, and they have to respect that, my brother. You understand?
Yep.
Look at Emlyn and talk. Like, you know what? It kind of hurt me, my brother. I know I got to come up because you have other callers to call. What kind of hurted me, my brother, is when they're talking about they leave a pregnant treasury. My God, this alone have to tell Grenadian and Caracunians and Pitimaticans how bad-minded MLMP and them was to them when they was in office. Because if all they leave a pregnant treasury, why are they let the pregnant treasury just drop and feed the people? Take care of the people. Look, the National Democratic Congress come in office, and what did they do? They let the pregnant treasury drop and they take care of the people. That's a government who cares about the people. That's a government that don't want to see a woman go in labor and bawling in labor. No, time to release that baby from your belly. And that's what the National Democratic Congress come. Release that baby from your belly, you understand? And take care of the people. And MLMP and them that born in them, right about now, my brother. If you look at some of them, my brother, when you see they walking jiju, you know, because things juking up below the food because they just cannot balance themselves, my brother. You understand?
Yeah.
My brother, all the stay blessed and we getting ready for Fire Friday tomorrow. You understand? I'll keep a nice vibe, keep the energy going. Koi,
all right,
I need your number, Koi, because I want to call you and advise and a personal advice. I don't know if all could, you know, send me all the numbers, something like that. You know, I need your number, Koi. I need a number. You understand me?
I'll give you the number.
Take care for yourself.
Okay.
Stay strong, and to all my followers and think what on all the life right about all the little Gary love all you. Bless upon me, get you ready for a real fire tomorrow under the program. May God bless all of all and have a wonderful and a productive rest of the day to my family. Okay?
Yes,
take care, man. God bless all. Easy.
Yes.
Okay,
God
thank you
bless
so much there.
Yes,
Wow,
yes.
boy. That's Fire Friday.
Fire
On
Friday
a Thursday.
Fire Friday start.
On a Thursday. But he's making a lot of valid points, eh? And it is something that we need to just listen sometimes to others, you know, in the conversations, because that's how we learn, yeah. We have to listen to one another, you know. But I mean, we know Emily and them gone already anyway. But something was mentioned by a caller. I don't know if it was him, and mentioned that she came into the office. I mean, into the meeting last night with the horseman.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't hear that. What?
I found she's traveling with the husband.
No, well, I mean,
I'm just getting one. Yeah. The story that they try to put out there is completely different. But he knows better, and the horseman knows that too anyway. But it's just that they want to make some political.
So what is my question is, what do they really want to get out of that? That the people will say, "Oh, the wicked! Look at what they do."
Yeah, trying to put
That's
something. Yeah.
that's the cost of it.
Yeah.
Just to say, just to have a talking point.
Yeah, that's all.
While deliberately ignoring the process.
And they know. That's it. I mean, anyway, let me check.
I know.
Let me take a call. Vibes FM, WhatsApp caller, come in. WhatsApp caller.
Hi.
Hello.
Mr. Kim?
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Okay, just advising that that entire piece you play, I'm hearing because I was on the phone, but you were off. No audio was on air. So we're hearing you now, but the entire thing was played without being on air.
I realized that we experienced a problem with that, and I'm glad that you mentioned that to me, that it was not going through the air, and we'll try to rectify that. Yes, so I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. But thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we were experiencing a little bit.
So although we heard it here, it was not out.
No, it was not. No, you see. Remember, I was trying to get.
Yes, I know that we had some challenges.
And we had a little bit of an issue there, But technology.
Is that because of the WhatsApp?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure what transpired.
But
again, I realized that there was.
But I think that information there is very, very important. We have to find some way to get it out.
No, I could.
Okay, right.
The reason why, the only thing is because I'm on air right now, I can't really do what my normal, editing, and things like that.
Your magic.
Yeah. You know where it goes. But anyway, that happens from time to time. Okay, and we apologize to those of you who were basically they weren't there.
They weren't there.
They wasn't there. Yeah.
So they only heard the comments that we made after that.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, we're going to make up for that. Okay. 443-0101, 443-0101, 403-0101. Let me go back to our phone calls again. Let me see. Hello. Oops. Hold on. You see what transpired too is that we've been having so many calls, and apparently the system is loaded. Really loaded down, and I tried to do some clearance, try to make some room so we could get some of the calls in, and we've been experiencing that problem. But anyway, we're going to try to take care of that. Let me see if I can have another call here. Vibes FM, WhatsApp caller, come in. Yes.
Good morning.
Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Yes.
Yes. I'm listening here to you on FM radio online, and I get it loud and clear. So I don't know if it's because only on the radio.
Okay, you heard the PCI, but what you see what happens? What happens? Our system is designed sometimes. We broadcast in stereo, and what was happening there? It was done in mono. I realized that. So some going to hear it depends on where you are, on what you're listening on, and in most instances, our online is stereo. So.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because I got you loud and clear.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but it didn't go on online because we missed the stereo.
Yes. Okay. I get it.
I mean, I saw the problem there, but I couldn't correct it because I'm on air right now, and I didn't want to just dump it up. But I know some people were hearing, but the majority weren't hearing, or who was depends on where you're listening. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great program.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much there. Let me take another call. Landline caller, you next. You come in. Caller, come in.
Kim.
Yes,
Kim.
go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
I got it on the radio loud and clear, man.
Yes. You get it on the radio loud and clear.
Loud, very loud and clear, man. Thanks, man. Never like that.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. No. Yeah, but you see the stereo. We didn't get it on there. Anyway, we're going to correct that. I'll make sure that everything is fine before we do some of this clips. Yeah. Okay. Let me go back to our landline. Landline caller, coming back in. Caller, you next.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah.
Sorry to call back, but I get the thing on my radio loud and clear.
Yeah.
But what I'm calling to do is to give Kit Mitchell a congratulation, because Kit Mitchell had 14 members with him in Parliament, and he said that he don't see nobody to take care of Grenada. The 15th person was not eloquent. Now, I seen what he's saying was true, because Emmeline Pierre is no way ready to take care of Grenada. But it's she alone he could have put, because he believes Grenadians are stupid. Tell Emmeline Pierre move there. Move fast, because she don't know it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you so much there. 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914. We got 3 numbers. You can call us if you want to interact with us on the program Speak Out Unfiltered for today. You realize, though, this last couple of weeks, they've gone by since after the rally. You've been hearing much about the DPM?
No, I've not been, and I've seen 1 or 2 comments here and there online. Even Peter David himself, But I don't know. They seem to rethinking the position. But as a caller a while ago made an observation or made a point that it was said that DPM is having backroom chat with NNP.
No, that you see, if you followed on, you'd have noticed on the Bob report, that Jenny was making a statement,
Yes. I heard that. But not necessarily who made it, but the point is the concept, and that seemed to be a strategy, because if my understanding is that if Peter wants to win in the tongue of St. George, he has to remove one of the candidates, because 3 of them in a small constituency, 3 of them are just what 2 man rat can live in a hole, but it's 3 of them there. So the concept is to remove one, and of course the best one to remove is the NNP candidate, as well as they will not put up any candidate in MP's constituency.
Oh, that's a cook-up.
I'm saying, there is some kind of...
That is a cook-up. Vibes FM, leave it there. That's a cook-up. Vibes FM landline caller coming.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good
Vibes
afternoon.
FM.
Yes, good afternoon.
I just want to say thank you to the government of Grenada and ask them to continue investing in our youth. The fact that we have children graduating from TAMCC and YOLO with assistance from government, it shows that they're interested in the future of the country, and it augurs well for our future. Congratulations to the Prime Minister and for those who continue to assist our young people. That is why we are seeing a shift in the movement of our young people coming forward to assist with the development of this country. Grenada's future is bright when we invest in our youth. Free lunch program, free NULO, free tuition to TAMCC. God bless our Prime Minister. Forward together. Let us look out over each other. And for all those of us who carry out, we don't get paid. Please, you get the day work. Do it honestly. Do it diligently. By 7:30, some of them go in and they're not completing what they're supposed to do. A honest day's work for honest day's pay. This is Grenada. Have a great weekend, everyone. I thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, well, let's move to another call. The WhatsApp caller coming. WhatsApp caller, you next. Yes, good afternoon. Yes.
I am looking on YouTube and it dropped.
Okay, yeah, but he's back.
Okay, yes.
He's back, yeah. Yeah. We realize that, but we had a little bit of issue there. Okay, but anyway, we're going to make up for that. As a matter of fact, I know exactly how to get around that in the future,
Okay.
But we are just talking about, the possibility of or what was recommended or what was being said in this conversation going on between the DPM and the NNP.
Yes.
And I think the thing is so ridiculous that, they even come out to make such a statement. Such statement is made, because there's no truth to it. I know that because I've been doing some investigation. I've been asking members from the DPM, and they say that they're not aware of anything of the nature. But I'm just wondering, why did you come out and make a statement like that? Is to galvanize a victory, a victory, or to make sure that You figure if that
well, to create confusion in people's mind, one,
that the DPM is not
yes,
ready.
Yeah.
And they're scared.
Yes. So they want to swap candidates. Don't put one here and I'll not put one there, because as I was saying, I noted the fact that they didn't want anybody to contest and challenge Emlyn Pierre. Yeah. So just as out there, one thing, anybody to make it, they want to make it easier for the tongue of St. George. So I'm saying three of them cannot fight for that seat. So the chances of chances for winning is better when you have only two, right? And the two would be Peter and Claudette. So that is it. That is the rationale and the sense behind that.
Hold on, I'll get back on that. Let me take a landline caller come in. Caller?
Hello?
Yes, hello, you're on, yes.
Yeah, afternoon, how are you doing?
Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah, afternoon.
Yes, what I called to talk about this lady, Miss Emily K. What is really wrong with this? She had not right? You have any idea?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. I'm not anywhere to evaluate. So I can say that.
Every time this lady come on the end, one thing she talking over and over. She beating that like a tenor pan. I don't know if she just a steel pan.
You never know.
She beating that like a double tenor.
Yeah.
These people and them to take a rest. The political limbs and legs are all broken.
Yeah.
They have no way to go again. They are natural failures. You have no. I don't know what they want to get. I can remember when they lost the election in 22. She come on the air and 2 weeks after and say
do it now.
If they feel as they win, they go have it easy. They lie. We go give them pressure.
Right.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. Yes. I remember.
If they feel as they win, they go have it easy. They lie. We go give them pressure. And now she coming and talking and saying that nonsense about men on the street. They hungry. Yes, she passing them and morning young men and the road and who walk no food to you. Well, if they're hungry, let she feed them.
Yes, that's all. I think that's the
Feed
solution.
them. If they're hungry, feed them. Give them work and feed them. Because I don't know where this is nothing related. It's been all these things that going on. They say, you know what?
Yep.
Man, something wrong with these people and they're wrong with these people and them.
Yep.
They're natural failure. They have no lyrics. They don't know to talk. So they don't know what to say again or what to do. Yes.
Yeah.
Because she can't even run her own pantry in her house, her own kitchen. How to go run the country? Eh? Your own pantry in her house, she can't run the country. And the woman is very wicked because she put out she mother out of her own house, the mother brought her into the world. You put her out of she house to sell snow white on the road, and now you're coming on the radio to say this and say that. You should be ashamed. Yes.
Okay, caller. All right.
All right, take it easy.
Okay, thank you so much, Jay.
That's not something we could
No, well, you just mentioned it, but we have no evidence to
we
support what he's saying there.
Yes,
You
so
know,
I'm saying let's be careful. With what we put out.
Yeah. Okay, but
that is coming from us. So I'm saying it's the medium through which people would know that, and they will say, "Yeah, no, I never heard that yet." So I'm saying.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and guests and not the views of this radio station.
Okay, let's continue right here. But I'm telling you now that this coming election, in my view, and we've been saying it from ever, is going to be what they call the mother of elections. And believe it or not, it's going to just really make a big difference in the way Grenada would move forward in the future. Let me take another caller quickly. Vibes FM. Landing, WhatsApp caller. Let me take WhatsApp caller first. Caller, come in.
Yes. Sorry to break your serious train of thought. I just wanted to add a little humor. That came and you remember when we used to pay halfpenny for one sweet, for a lollipop and thing?
Yes.
Right. So you have a shop now. How much for a lollipop?
Well, it's 50 cents and over, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
You see, that is inflation, Kim.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
You know when we used to pay a brown penny for a little brown bread? They still have those bread, Kim. They don't sell them single, no. They sell them joined on together in plastic bags, yes?
Yes.
But when you check the total, it is 25 cents for a penny bread. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
25 cents for a penny
So
bread.
I am just showing that inflation keep on, and inflation will continue. Inflation will never stop.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. That's part
Correct,
of life. Yeah.
correct.
We had the brown halfpenny. You run in the shop and you buy a sweetie.
To benefit me.
Yes. I know.
Halfpenny,
And what is that?
And that was 1 cent.
Yeah, but what now to watch? We get rid of the cent. We get rid of the 2 cents. We get rid of them thing now. They have no more value.
No. Yes, but that is the modern 1 cent and 2 cents.
Right.
When the queen gave us the halfpenny and the penny, that was heavy money.
Right.
When that money, if a penny fall, you must hear it, But those little ones that we replace them with, you could put them up, heave them up in there and blow them and they fly away.
Paper.
Yeah.
But
the halfpenny and the penny was a solid piece of copper.
Copper. We used to call them coppers.
Right. No, they were made from copper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, but in any case, I just thought I would toss in that because I'm sure there are people who are still alive who knew when they used to pay halfpenny 1 cent for a sweetie and penny for a round bread.
Yeah.
So inflation will continue.
Yep.
Regardless of who is in power, inflation will continue.
Yep, that's
yes.
it.
And I just want Mr. Quince to know that those town hall meetings started with Mr. Gary. Well, no, I can't say it started with Mr. Gary because all politicians just copy what they met there. But during Mr. Gary GULP time, they used to call them Meet the People Talk.
I remember that. I used to go to the Meet the People Talk. I loved it.
So the revolution met that. Those Meet the People Talk.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that time GIS used to follow them and go and cover it and then play it 8 o'clock on the radio in the night.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
We need to just push in those little things for the sake of those young people.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Koi, you remember Meet the People Talk?
Yeah.
But
I remember.
I was in every one when it came to Karaku.
Mm-hmm.
I was in every one of them. And that's the first time I saw the Prime Minister, Eric Gary.
Yeah. I don't know if you could recall when the incident happened in Karakuye, where some people planned for Gary when he come up, and they threw some thing on him.
The eggs, the rotten eggs.
Yes.
Something.
Yes. And
I heard about it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But I used to like the Meet the People Tour because what happened when they came to Karaku, the Meet the People Tour, the police band accompanied them.
Mm.
So it's the first time you hear a little bit of live music, and then
the police band. So at least
band.
that add a little oomph to it.
And then sometimes they would have what you call picture show. You see this Charlie Chaplin movies. You in the Meet the People Tour. So but the thing about it, why I mention it though with the NNP is that they never talked about acknowledge or supported the town hall. In other words, to them that was no big deal.
Yeah.
But no,
it wasn't important.
It wasn't important. But now they're using the same term. If they had used when they came with the Connect, I thought Village Connect. But it's
well, I mean, it's okay too.
Yes, but they come with town hall now. They realize town hall catching.
And even not only that come with town hall, but they are competing on the same day. Town halls because Sunday
coming. Hold on. Talk about Sunday coming just now. Vice FM, Land Night caller.
Yes, Kim.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Well, you and that woman now talk a big history book day. I used to go and meet the people too, with my grandmother.
Okay. Yeah.
And she always used to look for jerseys, small pots. Me and my dad had 2 brothers to come with them to get the other Mahon bus. Miss Bruno, you remember them wooden bus?
Yes.
Right? I used to go and meet the people too with my grandmother. Anybody was listening here, and from the tongue of St. George, you have a man who drive a bus or own a bus, he does Cambridge or whatsoever. I think he called for the morning already.
Yeah.
He could back me on that. You know, a bad experience people in the soil do, well, in Grenada in general, because he didn't have this amount of people living in the soil. Gary tell the people he's giving them inside that Chublu, the whole of Chublu, to build a house and live inside of it. Them people refuse it, including my grandmother, and say Gary do them and just want to send him in Brava Pika to live. Gary turn and he tell them, if all the day go come, all they won't be able to buy that Brava Pika inside it. You see what's going on? They run up the valley.
Yeah.
Guys for poor people in St. George's and who come from country, did it vex with Gary? Because they say Gary want them to go and anybody want to know. They could call and say, I is not a liar because I born long enough. I fix something. And I know I used to go meet the people too and go by Gary when he have Christmas thing and sell cake behind one another from Specky and them. I used to do that. And when the woman talk about the bread, she talk about 11 bread. She talk about lollipop. I didn't know about lollipop. You understand?
Yeah.
I didn't know about nigga ball. You know nigga ball, sweetie?
No, I don't remember that one.
Well, nigga ball sweetie is a sweetie made with a lot of sugar. And they used to put a stick in it.
Oh!
And suck it and you could suck it.
Different colors. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, a lot of sugar, boy. Oh, yes.
What? You're sucking that for 3-4 days?
Yeah, it was on a stick.
I used to go and wrap up that in a piece of paper and hide it. Because I could get the suck for tomorrow. When that time you got chip a sugar cake, a fudge, a tambrand ball. You understand? But let's not go to what I tell you. A man now called me from Victoria. My good partner, he was a sportsman. Anyway, sports thing, and he used to admire me when I come in Victoria and go over and making noise for football, basketball, everything. And that man does send a little blogger and say and thing for me. Me and he correct. I won't call him name. I have the number here. So he called me when he heard Emlyn Pierre talk about agriculture. He said, German, but you will never believe. You know me and my two Sunday. He said, because his son and him is big man now. So it's something he did for fun. He said, you see his son so down himself and start to laugh. He said, you could imagine Emlyn and him talking about agriculture. And he don't deal with them no more. He said he nearly fall down. He can't believe to hear Emlyn and him talking about agriculture. They neglect agriculture because you feel now fishermen and farmers is stupid. They go buy into what they say. But the men studying them become like another comic book. You understand? And Kim, that rally where I see NDC had, that wasn't rally around the NDC, you know. There was a different tone, you know, because there are amount of people, you know. Kim, that was rally around the West Indies. That was rally around the West Indies, not NDC. That's why he had so much people. You understand what I mean, Kim?
Yep.
But Kim, you see Tessa Sensei, she's a smart woman. You remember the last time I called the program, I said she's close to 70. Well, the amount of men calling and everybody singing, they're just laughing at Kate, you know. Everybody just waiting for the bell to ring in. Because she over 85% mark, you know. Well, don't talk about Emily. She cut her show. McQueen will take some in the NNP vote because Peter and them orchestrating that.
Yeah, I hear she freed McQueen, boy.
Huh?
I hear she freed McQueen.
She prays who?
She's afraid. She's afraid, yeah.
Yes! Kim, I am in Grenville, you know. I is Coach Nigel Simon Mackey Elias Drummond, you know. I have people all about, you know. Yeah, man, they just call me and ask me how I feel. I will drop something for you. And all what I ask, what's the update? And then tell me what's the update. But so are we just waiting for the bell to ring, you know. And according to my man this morning, he said, them people in Victoria waiting for them. It's not a bell, you know. It's the shell.
The shell.
Them had a bell, but we had a shell. You understand? That's what he tell me. Kim.
Somebody mentioned, oh, like John,
Right
somebody mentioned
we
to
gone
me.
with Victoria.
They said,
Kim, don't talk about tongue. Don't talk about tongue. It's just tongue. You understand?
Yeah.
Don't talk about tongue. You could put your pot and the fire. You win bun. Somebody there by the window came to come and talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see.
Okay. Sorry. Somebody mentioned to me, they say what? First casualty. It's in Mark.
But you know something. Jaman just made the point there, and I remembered it. He said in McQueen.
Yeah.
Is challenging.
Yeah, she's run for DPM. Yeah.
Yeah, but also, David Andrew is on that same call.
Yeah.
So look at the pressure that she has to stand up against. I mean, last time she didn't have that. She only
beat David Andrew by 100 and something.
Yeah, but what I want to say is that the pressure is on now. So three of them. So I don't think she should expect the amount of votes that she got the last time.
No, it's going to be much less.
And what less? And these three political organizations, political parties, really working hard, because I mean, she is the leader of the party, and the only way she could become the prime minister is if she won a seat.
What, second casualty?
Yeah, So I'm saying that is a serious challenge there.
No, it is.
David, McQueen, and Emlyn Pierre.
Right. And what we're seeing is that the votes, the NNP votes, is going to be the one that's going to be split more, more affected by the DPM coming in. So now the NNP may be split in half, and they can't afford to slice that thing, divide that.
They can't afford to,
because right there, David Andrew just walking past them, Just walking past them. He just cruise past. It's all the fight, man. I gone. That's it.
I not gone. I gone ahead.
Let me take another call. Vibes FM 19. WhatsApp caller, come in. WhatsApp caller, you next. Caller, WhatsApp. All right, let me take another WhatsApp caller. But there's so many of them. Next WhatsApp caller, you are on. Caller, come in. Yes.
Hey, Kim.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
And you mentioned that they will be going up to New York to have some meeting.
Yes,
The NMP.
Town
Hall.
Same day with Evan. Almost the same time.
Okay. So a question that the people and them should ask the NNP in the town hall. Where is our 400 million plus that them fundmen go away with, and no investigation was done? That money we could have used now to somewhat lower the cost of living.
Yes, that would be nice. That would have used up the cost of living a lot.
Yeah, so we want back that 400 million and nobody was charged, no investigation. It seemed like there was some kind of oil along with that kind of money. And they eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
And the question with the cost of living with the saltfish, why the opposition leader don't tell people to use fish instead of calling about saltfish at $20 a pound? And you even meet that cost in Caracas because we have to pay the freight on the boat, and you mentioned your saltfish is much lower than what is in about the $20 a pound.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's Go ahead, caller.
So she need to go back to the drawing board instead of advising people about milk. Moringa is there, and moringa have a lot of minerals, a lot of vitamins. Than the milk, a lot of calcium. Why she don't need tell people to use moringa tea?
Yeah.
And Kim, on the question of cost of living still, the blended olive oil. We used to buy that in the States. It used to be $10 for a gallon. $10.
Yeah.
The blended olive oil. No, you know what it costs for it?
What?
$60-something.
Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, but that's
I mean, people in the diaspora, they could tell you how it's expensive to pack barrel now, and don't talk about the rent.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, again.
And then behaving like, okay, he's only in Grenada, cost of living going up, but I don't feel she understands economics, because when oil price go up, is a domino effect, everything it would go up, everything.
Yeah, but as one caller mentioned earlier on, inflation. I mean, that's one of the
Exactly.
keywords. Yeah, we have to remember that. Inflation is the cause of all these increases. I mean, we can't get away from that. What you used to get long ago at a certain price is maybe double, triple, 10 times, 20 times more now than it used to be.
Yeah, and as Oli was saying, the price for flour and thing, well, I mean, I say what? That why you all used to play for sugar and flour and butter and thing, Ipni and them kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Those days
Ipni
were-
butter.
Yeah. You know.
Yes.
Yes, you can't do anything about that.
Penny
And
butter.
is this government that come and do the minimum wage? Them never touch minimum wage.
No.
Because remember they say, people would lose their work. The employer would not be able to pay, and all kind of bogus excuses. So if these people and them should just take a rest, don't even run for election, and just watch what's happening in Grenada, because Grenada is on a different trend right now, and we could see what the progress that is happening in our country.
All right. Okay,
that's
caller.
it for now.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me try to think another. Landline caller, you next. Caller, you next. Come in. Caller, come in.
Good morning.
Hello. Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, good morning to the team.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Rada.
I sat this morning with a listening program late, and I calculated. Well, first let me move on to the cost of living. When they worry about the cost of living, but you cannot control the cost of living at this point in time. Remember, there was a war in Iran, and the Strait of Hormuz was blocked, and a lot of ships that coming from a lot of the countries, Russia, Ukraine, a lot of the countries that supply wheat and other things, they could not pass, right? So it was a problem really getting the things out of these countries, and the tariffs and the freight has risen. So this is the problem with the high cost of living. The other thing is that the gas, the electricity go up. That all of it is due to the war. You understand? Because gas price obviously will go up to the war. When everything settles, you'll find that things will go back down to normal. So with the opposition clamoring on high cost of living because they want to win the election, that have no value. And people will not go for that, because if you really check on the political atmosphere right now, we will not bother with the things, the nonsense they are talking. You understand? So I think they should restructure a lot of the things they want to see during the political meetings, because people don't go for that scheme. They don't go for that anymore. Especially most of the youth. This is a youthful population that are going to vote, and they are very savvy. They listen to news. They are very informed with the internet, with WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's not like before in our time. When we used to take in all this nonsense what the politicians tell us. Now we have risen up to a different level. The other thing I want to stress on is that I sat down and I checked the amount of seats this month that the National Democratic Congress would win. Because the last election I predicted 9-6, and most of the time I don't know wrong. Trust me. When NNT win all 15, I said they'll get 15, all 15. And they did. When NDC came into power, 2022 as rookies, and I said they'll get 9, they'll get out of 6. The only seat I made a mistake with was that of Boeing, and he lost the seat. I thought he'd have won. But right now, as it goes now, the government is going to win 13 seats. That's how I see it. 13. The one in Victoria, they're going to win for the first time. And there are 2 which they have to battle with, which I don't want to see. Which people should, at least they should have an idea. But at least 13-2. That's the scenario. That's what they should get. If they get more, well, that's a plus. But I doubt they will get more than 13 seats. So I think the government is doing well. I mean, you could see from what they have done, I mean, to be honest with you, if a government is not doing well, I prefer to abstain, even though I'm against an opposition party or what, and the government is not doing well either. I will not vote. But once you are doing well, I don't see why the people should not give you a next 5 years term. Because this is a continuing government, and the first 5 years, you won't see as much as the 10 years. So once you are doing good, because for 4 years, they have done a lot. I mean, you cannot ask for more. A lot of people say, oh, the government had a pipeline. Yes, you are the but didn't do it. This government came and did it. So you have to give them praise and also give them an extra. That's all I have to say for today.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your contribution there. 443-0101, 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914. Talking about town halls, and the NNP is supposed to have a town hall in New York this weekend.
Yes.
And the NDC is having one too.
Yes.
Yeah, Tevin, our minister, will be up there, and he's having a town hall on Sunday.
Yes, Sunday.
So now we're going to have a clash. Is that
Yeah, what I'm saying.
But imagine,
and the times at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. I think it's if I'm not mistaken. So they are almost wow. Brooklyn is going to be on fire.
No, Brooklyn on fire. Everybody know NNP Tongal bus already. I know driving the bus. Vibes FM. Oh boy, too many calls. I don't want them to back up on us. And next thing, WhatsApp caller. Hold on. Landline caller first. Landline callers, you first. Go ahead. Caller. Hello. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Hello to you, Mr. Kim.
Yes, hello. Yes.
Good morning to you all.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
You and all your panels.
Yeah.
Well, a long time I call, a long time I say hello because my phone was down.
Okay.
So I called to say hats up to you and all your panel and to my beloved, dearly Prime Minister. And I'm calling to congratulate him on his good works to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, and all his members, all his ministers and them. They are doing something very good, especially my minister down in the south. Oh God. I pray night and day for them. And Mr. Ken, God bless he and his family for what he's informing us about. The rally was a success, and I ask him God blessings on that young man and all the ministers. And I hope when the shell blow, I hope my people in Grenada don't disappoint that minister, because if they only disappoint him, crap or smoky pipe. And the next thing I want to say too long, the next thing I have to say, Mr. Kim, he has people, he have the NNP and the PPP and the DPP, whatever it be. If they cannot see, we have a lot of eye clinic in Grenada. So they could go and visit them eye clinic and let it give them glasses or something that they will be able to see what my beloved Prime Minister is doing. Hats off to him and hats off to you and your station and Kim Jones and his family.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay, thank you so much there. WhatsApp callers? WhatsApp caller next? WhatsApp caller, you next? Yes, go ahead, yeah.
Hello?
Yes, hello, yeah.
Yeah, a simple question. Is the NNP really serious about having that town hall meeting in America?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I've been following them, and it seems as though they had one flyer out before advertising, and then they've put a second one out to change it, and then a third one is out again and it's changing. I don't know if they're really serious, but
because I don't know. I sat down and I listened to them and I said, well, after all, as Kem said, which is a fact, they've been ditching these people and them with their bad mouth for so many years, for the whole 3 years of the during the reign of the government, right?
Yeah.
And nearly 4 years, I should say. And for them to try to get back inside it, I've looked at it some other way. I say, well, because I wonder if they're not looking for a way to be propped up by the far right, because they are very good at putting the money in them kind of dodgy people when it comes to election and propping them kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know people like him will be leaking up to them at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because what our Prime Minister done there, he would not have done that. He would have accepted the thing undercover and get on with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have been in the good books. So now I wonder if he's not a sense of, because I don't think they're going to have anybody in present in the town hall meetings.
Well, time will tell. Time will tell.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think they're looking for a way in for a handout from the far right over there.
Well, let's wait and see.
Because election is coming. We're going to hear about it.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you so much. But Koi, as you just mentioned, yeah, they are NNP been dissing or they don't like the diaspora this last round. They don't like the diaspora. They criticize the diaspora. But you're going up now in the diaspora to have a meeting. I mean, does that make sense?
Well, it seems as though they want to change the tide around, because going to them and making your claim.
But what could they really say to them? They have not been generous to them. They have not been accommodating them. Everything you remember, Gawi jumping up there and say what they did diaspora, they're going to lock them up and whoever this and that and all kind of craziness was going on. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now you want to go to diaspora.
Well,
and have a meeting.
And Kim, do you know who is on the delegation? One of the persons who are on the delegation. That's a very interesting take. Kevin's opponent.
Cox?
Yes.
Yeah, Cox is there.
Well, I'm saying he is. So both of them. So Kariku will be really on fire.
I believe Cox visit up there for that meeting. I believe he and maybe some personal business. So maybe we get a free trip. But we have things set up, eh?
I'm telling you. So
I'll be getting a ball by ball report what happened up there. Let me take a call first. Vibes FM, what's up caller coming?
Kim and Koi, good evening.
Hey, what's up?
Good afternoon.
Oh, you guys were saying that about the meeting. Are you going to the meeting?
How come you going?
Oh gosh. Well, I ain't getting ball by ball now. I'm getting ball and bat and pass. You
but Tim, in all seriousness, I'm going to the meeting. I'm going to go and see what it's saying. And then after I'm going to pass in Kevin meeting,
Okay.
Yeah, but okay, as you guys mentioned, Cox will be up here. I don't know most time when they have this meeting, they say some kind of thing.
Yeah.
They always say something and they have to go and defend it. Remember they had a meeting before when to talk about the nurses and the doctors and the chiefing and all these things.
Damage control.
So expect anything from them this time,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a busy weekend from one to the next.
Well,
I'm bringing both of them, but then I think they start. They say from 3 o'clock. They say.
Yeah.
From 6 to 9. Yeah. And I heard they have it in Caribbean. Caribbean is the guys that own the funeral agency, right?
I know. Yes, I know that's on
funeral home.
1963 Utica Avenue.
Utica Avenue, yeah.
Utica Avenue. Hey, come on. I know all the videos of them, man. I know where it is. Yeah.
Well, last time I called my partner Kim and he was in a praise, so maybe they could just pitch over the one time and just have a praise for them one time.
Well, I ain't saying no more.
But definitely, I'm going to be there. And then,
I'm going to be there.
I'm not going to ask no question, but then I'm hoping to have a conversation with Cox and the leader of the opposition.
Okay.
We're not going to be asking the question, but just going to
Yeah, okay.
Have one-on-one with them.
Okay, one-on-one. Okay, all right. Okay.
All right, so guys, how Kariku doing, man? We have been raining a few minutes. How Kariku doing?
Kariku, all right, man. We're getting some showers off and on,
Yeah.
So we all right. We're good. We're good.
Well, my partner enjoying it up here. Are you complaining?
No, he ain't complaining yet. I spoke to him yesterday. Mm-hmm. You all right?
Mm-hmm. I spoke to him last night. He told me he was in the praise.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Okay.
And Kim will be talking on Sunday, basically. I'll give some updates.
All right. Okay. Give me updates. You see? I have to go there to be there. They're ready. Vibes FM. Landline caller coming. Landline caller. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes. Go ahead. Yes. Next.
Yeah. I'm calling back again. That party, NMP party, is a bunch of confused people. They're very confused. imagine they run them out so much on the diaspora and they're going to have meeting up there. And could you imagine they're going to have it in a funeral home? Well, we know they're dead already, so they're just waiting to be buried. They're just waiting to be buried, so we know they're already dead. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you so much. Who go drive the bus? Who in the group do you know driving?
They might
Cox would drive.
Yeah, but they might not have to drive, so we might have to push it for them. You mean steer the wheel?
But in all honesty, I think that the timing of them going in the diaspora now to see maybe they could make amends, maybe make up, is I don't think it's really timely now. I think they should just forget about it.
Well,
no, they should because you see
they want to regain, and of course, everybody's been saying how they spoke about them negatively, but you could change it. Just go and say I'm sorry.
But hold on, I look at the team that's going to be there. Is Eminem, Cox, Adrian, and is Nolan? Yeah, four of them. Yeah.
Yes, four of them.
Four of them would be there. Yeah.
But it's interesting that Cox is going to be there too. It is very, very interesting, and Kevin is going to be there also. I mean, they're in the same city, they're in the same block, and what one would say to the other, say to the people that the other one.
Well, the thing about it is that on the same day when they're having it, is who are the bigger crowd, would be able to speak to more people. And I know for sure that the NDC is going to pull that crowd with them. And what you might have, on the NNP side is the still few loyal supporters are going to be there.
People are going to be there. We're just saying, not that nobody will show up.
No, definitely we'll have some people there, but the real diehard loyal ones, the middle ones, like we always say, the undecided, they have lost that, and the confusion and the criticism they had with the diaspora over the last month plus, not giving them any recognition, blaming them like they want to come and change the narrative, change the election, they're not leaving here, and so much thing they've been saying about them. And the diaspora homecoming in Grenada was a big success. So, right there and then now, whatever they're trying to do, make up, if they're trying to make up or they're not trying to make up, it might be too late. Bye, FM. Yes, caller. Yes, go ahead. Yeah,
Kevin got to watch himself, man. These people are dangerous up there. They might try to get him beat up or something.
No. I think. No way, no. And no.
He's protected.
Yeah, definitely is. But they don't go that those routes now. Then that's not us.
No.
That's not the we.
And that's not you.
That's not you. Okay. But it's very, very interesting, like I say, what's going to be taking place in New York this weekend. And we're looking forward to getting some sort of results or remarks coming back from them. From the meetings.
These days, everything is online. So, I think they would want to, they would, go online because they can reach much more people at this time. So even before they return and give a report, we could hear it.
Well, we get involved by ball.
Yeah.
Because we, like I tell you, I have people up there that's going to be there and going to be giving me ball by ball reports. And you just hear my partner calling in.
Yes,
he's going to be there too.
Yeah.
So definitely, the coverage. Will be there, and we're going to know exactly what happened. We don't have to be there now with technology to be there in person
or to know what's happening.
To know what's happening. We're getting it just like that, but time will tell. Anyway, I'm just looking at our time now, and we're just about ready to wrap it up, because it's been a journey from 10 o'clock this morning.
From 10 this morning, yes.
Yeah.
And it's been a smooth journey too, huh? It's not been, you have weeks and days when it be rough. People call and say all kind of thing and get on in a kind of way. But it's been a cool journey this day. Yeah.
Okay, let me just take one final call. Just one final call. Vibes FM, landline caller. Caller, come in.
It's me again. I forgot something to mention. I've been hearing, I think it's propaganda though. A few people in there just want to pick my mouth. They said Jenny was saying on a program that they having talks with Peter.
Yeah, she did.
The
Yeah.
NNP.
We spoke about that this morning.
We spoke about that this
No, I
morning.
didn't hear that. I didn't hear. I'll join the program later.
Yeah. So the scenario is like this: that the DPM is asking that they do not challenge the sitting tongue, because of course it will now become DPM and NDC and the other one.
Yeah, she was saying on the Bob report, that the DPM was speaking to the people in the NNP, don't put a candidate there.
So Peter and NDC.
Yes.
Yeah, Peter. Yeah, so you go with Peter and NDC, right?
Yes.
Right.
And a similar request is made for MNP's constituency. So McQueen is DPM there, and of course it's the same seat with MNP. So that is Peter. That is
and David Andrews is contesting for the NDC.
Yeah. So they're trying to see how they could make it easier.
Well, we don't know if it's true, you know.
Well, I know.
That's cool propaganda.
Yeah, I don't believe it's true. I don't think so.
But I don't believe Peter will go for that anyway. But if they use a strategy, the strategy is that they don't want to unseat MNP and they prefer to unseat Tong. They think Peter might win the Tong, but it doesn't make a difference because the government is still coming to office. So it makes no difference. But I don't believe that.
This is
Peter would not, knowing Pedro, the kind of humiliation he got from the opposition, he would not go for that.
Well, I don't not only going for that. I don't believe that conversation ever took place. I don't think so.
I think that's alleged.
That's a cook up, man.
Yeah, because it's just like when the NDC win the election the night, they said NNP win all clean sweep. And it was a big propaganda. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that, Kim?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but the thing
when
about
when they said NNP win almost all the seats, and everybody was so shocked. Even I was shocked myself, and then we got the real story. So that could be. I think that's just a propaganda.
No, it is. But the way she said it, though, she said it, to convince everybody that what she was saying is true.
It's a strategy. You could use that strategy so people would not, who intend to vote for the other party, they might just back down and just allow Peter to win in the tongue. Probably that's the strategy trying to use.
But if that is
I don't think that will work.
But to be making such a statement, a bold statement like that, it's still amazing.
Probably she got our information somewhere we don't know.
But because she says, as I speak now, they are in conversation.
Yeah.
Well, when you see you're desperate, you're doing anything in desperation. So we have to wait and see. But regardless of what, if it's the truth, they will never win the election anymore.
Well, they could
have a good day.
Okay, thank you so much. They can win Tong.
No.
Tong is NDC already.
Not at this time.
No.
Not at this time.
Not at all.
So many things have happened that no.
As one caller said, 13-2.
Yes, 13-2. You see.
But Jokey making clean sweep.
So why is it 15-0?
15-0. Given that as a when you departing and like a well wish, you just say, listen,
bye bye.
give you 15-0 working on it.
Yes.
St. Max now is one of the things that we are seeing. One could be one of the two. Well, right now, if you listen to Queens, and you know what impressed me about the Queens this morning, and the NDC is that there is unity in the party. Just imagine, like I was saying, with the leadership of the NNP, to get the leadership, you see what transpired? Peter fighting with Diablo with Emmeline and this and that and back and forth and all kind of craziness, like what was going on until Peter eventually dropped up because there's no unity But look at this. Our Queens.
Yeah, I mean,
gladly
let it chip forward.
And let's work together.
Yeah.
You, me, us. That's it. we ain't going nowhere. It's, too many calls coming through now. Can't take any more calls. We just about to
But
wrap
we might never know. Take that last one.
Let me take. No. This one was on before.
Oh.
Vibes FM. What's up, caller coming?
Yes, gentlemen.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Before you close.
Yeah.
I noticed Grenada year-round mass. I said I would have asked the Prime Minister to stipulate when Carnival starts and when it ends. But the mass changed from one, but still looking like a mass, right?
Yeah.
I listened the Bob report. I think it was Bob.
We come. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Or your site.
Yeah. Watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
And she can't see how NDC could win the election.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't make it known to her that NDC and only have the best chance, but NDC will. It not as 208 to 13 when they had the confusion. Yeah, they couldn't come together. He said no, they can't have the party and the government intact. There is unity there. And they have done a lot of work, so they are in the best place to win the election. I see the mass.
You see the mass?
How they say?
You see?
You know, like when something come across you and you jump like.
Yeah, we watch. You see? You see old mass? Can you see?
Yeah, sorry.
Boy, I watch it.
I watch the report.
You know what I say? I say ila jab.
Jab. Oh, you know that too?
Yeah.
All right, have a good evening.
Okay, take care.
Okay.
Right,
yes.
Imagine that, you enter a old mass competition, not as a competitor, as a visitor, and you win.
As a visitor?
As a spectator.
Well, yes, I know.
You're just a witness. And from the time you walk through the door, the announcer says, winner!
Wow. Today has been a very enlightening day in so many ways. People, and I like the idea when we can speak and even disagree, share ideas and strengthen each other, because we all do need each other along this journey. So again, I hope that we continue to stay strong. Look out for each other. You, we, us.
That's what it is. You, we,
us.
So
where are you, in the we or in the us?
I in the we, I in the you, and I in the us.
So you are all right.
3 in 1.
3 in 1.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and guests and not the views of this radio station.
Well, that just brought us to the end of our program for today, right here on Vibes FM. We want to thank you so much for your participation, for those of you who listened, or those of you who participated. And to remind you again that every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Vibes FM, speak Out Unfiltered, always.